good appropriate time of the day to you, friends and enemies. I am Richard, and this whole thing around us, why, that's LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no bells. And how are you doing today? I hope you have, at least had some time between now and about 6 hours ago when we were last streaming. Yes, did some System Shock earlier, and now it's time for Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father. Ah, yes. You doing okay? Let's just get on with the game, eh? Over we go, and then continue. Well, we'll load it actually, not continue. Hey, huzzah! A year! 1 year. My goodness. It doesn't feel like it should be a year. But that must mean that I have been, doing this for a year and got older. This isn't great. Alas. Why hasn't it only been a few weeks? I don't like getting older. It means more hair, more grey hair even, less hair, more grey hair, and generally not being as useful as I used to be. Feels like it's only been 12 months. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That makes me feel even better. Thank you. Alright, Gabriel, let's get on with your stuff. Right, we need to exit the map and come back again and get Bruno to respawn so that we can sell him the painting for $100 so that we can go and buy the apple mask.
I've got some things I need to do.
Good luck.
Not an apple. I don't even know what an apple is. Do you know what an apple is? I think I was trying to say apple and ape. Neither of which are the mask. Oh, hello. Crash. Of course. No, don't want to do the money. It's...
Crash is huddled in a pew. He looks seriously ill.
Well, what if I gave you some bricks? Would that help? Probably not, eh? Let's try talking to Crash. And hope that we don't.
I need to talk to you. Ask you some questions.
No way, man. I'm too sick. Go away.
Come on. I have to know what you know about these voodoo people.
You don't know nothing about nothing, man. You are so far out of it, you wouldn't understand anything. Just like that friend of yours, Mosley.
I agree, Mosley doesn't know anything.
I'm not like Mosley. I know more than you think I do. I'll believe you.
Forget it, man. It's not worth my breath.
What do you think? Is he naturally ill, or has he been cursed by voodoo? I mean, maybe I could show you something. How about a reconstructed? Do you want to...
Do you recognize this?
No. Don't waste my time.
Oh, but I could give you, I could show you all these things and say, I know these things.
Do you recognize this?
No. Don't waste my time.
But I mean, that's largely all I know how to do. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. Do you recognize this?
Do you recognize this?
No. Don't waste my time.
Ah, well, alright then. I will not waste your time any further. Although, of course, I don't want to go to Jacksonville Square. Drummers everywhere. I wanna be in the number when the Saints go marching home. Or in. Back to the night shop. St. George's.
Hey, kids.
Hey, Bruno.
Bruno.
Gabe Pet, I just popped in to see if you're desperate enough to sell me that painting.
Yes, for $200.
How much would you give me for it?
Oh, you're serious? You'll let me have
No,
it?
I was asking how
Gabriel,
much.
don't you dare sell your father's painting.
Yeah, I'll let you have it all right. How much for the painting?
Well, I could give you 100. That's all I can let go at the moment, My affairs are so tied up.
200.
Gabriel,
I said 200.
$100 for your
Didn't you hear
father's
me?
painting?
Stay out of this, Grace.
Yeah, I need to buy a mask. Fine, it's yours.
Fine. It's yours.
Gabriel!
Here's the 100.
and now I will sell it for 600 elsewhere. Ha 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 ha! I'm a smart businessman. Says Bruno.
You better take good care of this, Bruno. This is not just another of your hip art pieces, you know.
Really? Well, I fully intend to make the most of its display. Though not for your sake, I'm sure. At least in my shop, there'll be a chance of someone actually seeing it.
Cool, punch him in the face. Punch him in the face.
I can't
Punch him in the
believe I
face.
actually got it. Just wait until I show Sid.
No, not gonna punch him in the face? Oh, well. I mean, he was being a horrible person.
I don't believe you.
It's just a painting, Grace. There are things I have to do.
Such as buy an animal mask. Or possibly, you know, buy more hair wax. Or some new jeans. Or a white t-shirt. Or get my new leather coat. Or old leather coat. Make it buff it up so that it looks new again. There, now we've got $120. Let us go and buy an animal mask. Aren't we lucky we found that 20 in the cemetery? Have I been murdered yet? Also, did you get
I'm
money?
going out.
I just got
Don't
money.
hurry back on my account.
I did not get murdered. Where is Animal Shop? That's the museum. There we are, Voodoo Dixieland Drugstore. How did you get money? I sold the painting. My father's painting, which, you know, hadn't been mentioned at all until we came into the shop. I mean, we'd looked at it vaguely, and it was there on the background as background art, but nobody had ever said anything about, ooh, how I love your painting, it's worth a lot of money, or anything like that. It was just there. And then somebody came in and said, I will give you $100 for inconsequential item. So there we go. Painting ex machina, exactly. Alright, here is $120. Actually, yeah, here is $120 immediately. Oh, I should have looked at the $120 just to see what it said.
I have $120. You still want to sell that
Easy
crocodile
come,
mask?
Easy go.
That's 120 sure enough. That mask is yours, sir.
I don't know much about American currency. I know that it's printed on linen, rather than, or
Here you
what
go.
would technically be
Carefully
linen
don't
rather
bite
than
you now.
paper. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Ooh, I
Now,
don't know
don't
where
you
we're
go
putting that.
forgetting your lagniappe. A free bottle of Master Gambling Oil.
Ooh,
The sign said I could
awesome.
get Lady
There we
Luck
go.
Oil instead.
Well, I was thinking a man as young as you wouldn't be needing
linen
that kind of
complex.
remedy. But, if you was having problems
You would have
with
to look
your,
that up. I'm not entirely certain.
Well, that's all right. Believe me, I don't need it. I'll just stick with this. Thanks anyway.
'Cause it ain't none of my business if you do need it now, huh?
I don't need it.
Oh, of course you don't.
There we go, we got the gambling oil. But anyway, yeah, but that person, they picked up, like, a single item, and they looked at it in the light, and then went, yeah, that's $120. You don't have a $120 note, do you? US currency is composed of 25% land and 75% cotton. Ah, so we were both right. We were both correct. Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Huzzahs for us! Huzzahs! There we go. But yeah, $120 note. I don't think that's a thing. That would be $120. 100 and separately a $20 note. Yeah, which makes sense, which is what I assume I had there, because he gave me one note, Bruno did, and I found a $20 note in the cemetery, in the vases. Excuse me. Alright, so now, gambling oil. We need to go to the Napoleon Bar. So that we can make Sam, the jeweler, win their game of chess. But before we do that, let's have a look at the items and see what descriptions they have.
The crocodile mask is made of genuine crocodile head. It looks heavy, hot, and smelly.
Nope.
The small bottle is labeled Master Gambling Oil.
Alright, hey bartender. Oh, hey Sam. Do you want the Master Gambling Oil directly? I forget. Or do we have to give it to Sam to give it to you in a drink? That seems to be sparking a memory. Though, who knows whether that memory is correct.
You come here a lot, don't you?
Every ever-loving day of my life for 20 years.
Do you want gambling oil?
Got a second, Sam? It's about your game.
I don't have a game, that's my problem. Don't you touch those chess pieces while I'm gone, you bastard.
I ain't never needed to cheat yet, you loser.
Hey, wow. I mean,
Thought you might be interested in
calling
this
somebody a
gambling
bastard.
oil.
I can get with
Let me
that
see
friendly
that.
thing. Calling
Master
somebody a
gambling
loser
oil.
like that?
What's it
Ah.
for?
Marcus uses it, salad dressing, squeaky doors, I don't sell it. Marcus uses it.
Don't you ever wonder why Marcus wins every time?
Whoa, hold it. You really think Marcus uses this stuff?
Would I make something like that up?
Get out of here. Marcus would never use something like this.
Well, if that's what you want to believe.
This is a powerful voodoo oil.
This is a powerful voodoo oil.
Ah, go on. Really?
Yes. Could make a nun get lucky. Sure. Well,
This
alright.
voodoo oil could make a nun get lucky.
Really? You think it really works, huh?
I'd stake my reputation as a novelist on it.
And you say Marcus uses this? That explains a lot. Let me see that bottle.
Yeah, we didn't get to tell you it's a salad dressing. Which is fine. I don't mind.
This looks authentic.
Oh, it is.
If I could really beat that bastard. Stonewall, give me a Pim's cup, would you?
Coming up, Sam.
How much you think I ought to put in here?
Careful, you don't want to overdo it. Too much luck can be dangerous.
Ha! There's no such thing as too much. Now stand back.
Come on already, I'm ready to checkmate.
We'll see about that, Mr. Smarty Big Mouth.
Now that I've had my magic feather, I will win a game. But now you're going to believe that you need to drink that all the time in order to beat it.
Checkmate, you bastard!
Son of a bitch.
20 years I've been waiting to say that. Checkmate! Checkmate! Checkmate!
You are the biggest butthead, Sam Singleton, that I have ever met.
Checkmate!
You can just put that chessboard where the sun don't shine.
Hallelujah! I did it! Yippee!
You've ruined their friendship by making that guy drink some snake oil.
Nice game.
Nice game! Hell, I was brilliant! Course, I gotta give some of the credit to that oil of yours. I've been losing to that guy for 20
I think you
years.
need to, but
If you ever need a favor, you come to Sam, you hear?
Will do.
Alright, well, I do want the hookup. Sam, I want you to make a replica of the bracelet, please. Hello, Sam. Can I talk to you now?
Can I ask you some questions now?
Look, I'd be glad to help you out, but I've been stuck in this bar too long to know much about anything.
No, you haven't, Sam. Here, this.
Could you do anything with this?
What is this, a clay mold?
Indeed.
Well, I am a jeweler, you know.
Exactly.
And I owe
Oh,
you
I've got
one.
to it.
Would you like me to cast this for you?
If you can.
You got it, pal. Actually, it'll be a pleasure to get my tools out. First time in years. I've been too busy playing that goddamn game. I'll have the bracelet later today. Right now, I feel like I could do anything. Meet me here in a few hours.
Great, thanks.
A few hours later. So, Sam, bartender, buddy old pal, are you happy that I scared away 2 of your customers? Are you happy that I made them go away?
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure, I'm not too busy at the moment.
No, you got nothing. I can ask you about Bob Petrie.
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
And what about the unhappy man?
What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
I'd call you a regular, Gabe. And one of our local writer celebrities, too. Been coming in here, what, 10 years now?
Oh, don't remind me.
We're still waiting for that bestseller.
Don't hold your breath.
I mean, dude,
What can you
this
tell me
place
about
stinks.
your regulars
I
in
mean,
here?
no, it's a
That's
lovely
about
place.
all I
Definitely
can
wouldn't
say
recommend.
about this crowd.
Really? You don't want to tell me about the unhappy man? Alright, what about Sam and Voodoo?
So what has Sam told you about Voodoo?
That's about all I can remember.
No, I'm so glad you had extra lines I had forgotten to look at. Alright, well, let's go out. Let's go immediately back and see if Sam is there right now.
Sam, my man.
Hey there, it's you. I got that bracelet for you.
Because it's been a couple of hours. As I said, I only had to say a few hours later. And
This
it became
piece
a few
was a
hours
real
later.
toughie. For some reason, the metal just wasn't setting. I must be out of practice.
Oh, maybe
Well,
it's
looks
because
good to
it's a
me.
snake,
Thanks,
and it
Sam.
goes
No problem.
and
By the way,
slithers all
I'm
the
heading
time.
out of town tonight.
Yeah? Where to?
Marcus used to tell me that if I ever beat him at chess, he'd take me around the world. The old bastard has enough money stuffed in his mattress to cover the federal deficit, and he hates spending a penny of it. I'm going to enjoy watching him squirm through every mile.
Sounds like fun. Good luck.
Are you kidding? Luck is my middle name.
You two seem like an old married couple, even though we know that you have a wife there, Sam. But alright. You got anything else to tell me?
So, how do you feel now?
Couldn't be better.
There we go. Alright, okay. Well, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Get the snake bracelet.
Sam's replica of Madame Casano's snake bracelet looks just like the original.
And we've got a crocodile mask as well. We know what the crocodile mask said. Let's go and show that to Crash at the church cathedral. I know all about voodoo. Look, I've got a bracelet. If that doesn't convince you I know about voodoo, who knows? And look, we're moving into a different position. So obviously,
Do you recognize this?
that is correct.
Where did you get that?
It's mine.
Why? Do you know something about it?
Know something about it? Look at this.
Crash opens his shirt and reveals a tattoo.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's the same snake.
It's their sign, man. The mark of the snake. Without it, they'll never let you get close.
The sign of the snake, right. Your tattoo, my bracelet. Now do you believe that I know something about these people?
All right, yeah,
Either that or I just,
you know about
found
them.
a snake.
I
Like the bracelet.
guess.
Will you answer some questions for me now?
Okay, I'll talk to you. A little, but make it fast.
No, but I mean, look at all these things that I have to ask you about. Let's ask you about how you doing, buddy?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm sick. Dying. Eating the big enchilada, man. What the fuck else matters?
Enchiladas. Tell me about hospitals. What do you know about hospitals? Do you know they're expensive, and that you can go there to make yourself better when you're ill?
Oh, you look pretty sick. Shouldn't you be in a hospital?
Nah, a hospital wouldn't do
America.
nothing. Just leave me alone.
Oh, cursed by the voodoos. Alright, tell me about human sacrifices.
Do you have any idea what Capri San Call means?
I never heard of that.
You're being very aggressive for somebody who already knows what Capri Sancor means.
Do you know anything about snakes?
The eyes. Snake's eyes. Damballa.
Okay, calm down.
Well, you just said Dumballa, so why don't we say Dumballa back to you? Word association.
Tell me what you know about Damballa.
No! Don't say that word. They'll hear you.
They who?
Shut up, man!
I haven't got anything that begins with a U. So... Alright, let's do the other.
Does the name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
No! Don't say that name.
You
Why
don't
not?
like either of those names.
It's evil, man.
What about the name of St. John's Eve?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
Nothing. Just leave me alone.
What about Marie Laveau?
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
I don't know her. Honest.
You don't know anything about it. Tell me about New Orleans. I know you're dying and everything, but tell me about the places that you like to go. You know, before you die, so that I can visit them after your death and, I don't know, get a drink in your honor? Buy a set of dice in your honor if you like a game shop? I don't know. Where else could you go in New Orleans?
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Man, can't you see I'm sick? Don't bug me with stupid questions.
Ah, damn it. That's all I know how to do. How about Vivi's?
Do you know anything about Veves?
Oh, Vivi's.
I never heard of that.
No? Alright. Well, what about the Voodoo Murders?
I want to know about the Voodoo Murders.
You're on the right track. That's all I can say. I'm not gonna risk my life by talking about it, man.
I don't understand. What life are you risking? Alright, tell me about animal masks.
Do you know anything about animal masks?
Everybody needs animal
No!
masks.
Leave me alone about that shit.
What do you mean? You've seen them, haven't you?
No, not me. Leave me alone.
Alright, tell me about Damballa again.
Tell me what you know about Damballa.
I told you. I can't talk about it.
I'm so glad that they had that extra bit there. What about animal masks? Are you going to say, I told you I can't talk about it?
Tell
or
me
I don't
about
want to
animal
talk about it?
masks you've seen.
I said drop it, man.
Yeah, well, there we go. Okay, so let's go down the list. Tell me about voodoo.
Tell me what
Tell
you
me
know
about that
about
voodoo
voodoo.
that you do.
Look, take some advice. Stay away from this voodoo shit. You don't really want to know, man. Believe me. Do yourself a favor and leave me alone.
Tell me more about voodoo.
Come on, tell me what you know about voodoo.
I told you, man. Leave me alone. Can't you see I'm dying?
Not really. Can I have your jacket?
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hound fall in New Orleans.
Oh, man. Just shut up about that. Can't you see I'm sick? Are you trying to kill me?
Yes. If he's actually dying, why does he care about not telling you stuff? Well, maybe he thinks it will hasten his death, or get him worse treatment on the other side. I mean, if he believes he's being cursed by magic, why wouldn't he believe in ghosts? Or spirits, or the other side, or anything else?
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hound fall in New Orleans.
I told you. I'm not going to talk about that. Go away.
That was me coughing. Alright, tell me about the drummer that you were talking to who might possibly know something, or be a secret messenger, or be able to, I don't know, drum out Morse code on his drums or something. Who knows about this drummer guy, eh?
I saw you talking to that drummer. What did you tell him?
You saw me with the drummer? Nobody's supposed to see. Oh, shit. I blew it again. Promise you won't say nothing to no one. It'll get back to him. Everything does. Promise me you won't tell anyone you saw me.
Okay, but you have to tell me everything I want to know.
Okay. All right. I was sending a message, man. They have these rada drummers posted around the quarter. They see everything, and they report.
Report? How?
The drums, man. It's some kind of code.
It's almost like I knew that and suggested it, eh? Alright, now you can tell me all about the rest of this stuff. Tell me about the drums.
Tell me about the Rada drums.
I already told you about that.
Yeah, I know. Alright, well what's happening on St. John's Eve?
What can you tell me about St. John's Eve?
They always meet outside somewhere that night. I saw them last year. Dancing and howling. You don't want to be anywhere near them.
Yes, I do.
What can you tell me
I want
about
to be
St.
dancing
John's
and
Eve?
howling.
I told you everything I know about that.
Oh, okay. Tell me about voodoo in general. Do you know anything? Do you know how it's spelled? Do you know when to stop adding O's to the end of voodoo?
Now tell me what you know about voodoo.
All I know is these people are into some weird shit. They have power. Real power. They can write your name on a piece of paper, chew it, and you end up like minced meat, like you've been through a grinder. They know things in their heads. Things that no one ever knew about you. They know when you lie. They
And
can
it's just
smell
redeemed make me say of
They are fucking scary, man. I don't know if it's the devil or what, but it ain't no fake shit, man. It's real.
Oh my god.
Snake just redeemed make me say a vowel.
And you said you stop adding O's after the 20th. When you say that, do you mean the 20th one in the word, or at the end of the letter? At the end of the word, like, does VOO? Do those two count? I don't know. But now you're going to make me say O twice. Well, I really let myself in for that, didn't I? Because I didn't know. I didn't think about it. I mentioned a vowel. I should never mention a vowel on the stream, should I? That's just the wrong thing. Oh, my own folly. Oh, how horrible it is. How deceptively bad it is for me to mention vowels on this stream. What a cruel world we live in. Indeed. Indeed. Thank you, sad trombone sound. Oh, how I will get you back for this somehow. Perhaps I will make you say consonants at some point. Maybe I will make you say T all the time, tricking you into saying it, talking about a drink, when I am actually making you talk about consonants. You won't know it. But oh, my revenge will be sweet. So sweet. So sweet. Alright. Tell me more about voodoo in general, Crash. Don't be interrupted again by people saying vowels.
Crash, tell me more about this voodoo cartel.
I told you all I know. I don't want to talk about it no more.
I told you everything, so now I don't want to talk about it anymore. Which makes sense, because you can't tell me anything more about it. So it's not that you don't want to tell me more about it, it's that you can't tell me more about it, because you don't know more about it. Voodoo Murders.
Now tell me about the Voodoo Murders.
They did the murders. And that's not the only way they kill. No, they can get you from miles away, just by saying your name.
Come on, you don't really believe that, do you?
No, I seen it, man. You can't cross them.
Is that because they don't worship the cross? They worship the snake and various other religious symbols. They're not Christian, so you can't cross them. Right? That's right.
Tell me more about the Voodoo Murders.
There's nothing more to tell. They kill people.
Tell me about the animal masks and where I would need to wear one.
Now, tell me about the animal masks.
They wear them when they're dancing at the rituals. But they don't just wear them. They become them. They become the animals.
Stop talking nonsense.
It happens, man. That's all I know.
I can become a crocodile, or was it an alligator? I forget. Anyway, it's because they're not vampires. Crossing them is their kind of thing.
Now,
I mean,
tell
they
me
can't
about
cross
the
everything.
animal
They can't
masks.
cross running water.
I told you everything I know.
Alright, okay. Well, tell me about this yellow topic of voodoo harmful.
Tell me what you know about a secret voodoo hound fall in New Orleans.
All right. There's this underground cartel in New Orleans. A voodoo cartel. They control everything that happens on the street. I mean everything that's bought or sold. They have fingers in the legit world too. Banks, foreign stuff, you name it. There's supposed to be this temple. What you said, a hound for. That's their headquarters, man. I heard people say it's underground, somewhere in the Quada. I don't know where, though.
Have you ever been there?
No, I've never been in it. I'm nobody, man. A runner. But I saw them once. Out at the lake. They became animals, man. Beasts. I remember the eyes. The eyes.
Hey, are you okay?
No,
The
he's been
eyes.
telling us he's ill all this
The
time.
eyes of the snake.
I think I should go get a doctor. Hey, are you all right? Someone! I need help!
Dun 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 dun. He said a vowel,
eyes.
that's why he's dying. Yep.
The eyes of the snake. Dambala.
Crash?
Crash spasms twice more, then dies as Gabriel watches.
Oh my god. Oh,
I
poor
mean,
bastard.
you haven't tried CPR or anything on him, so he might not be dead. I mean, he probably is. Hey, it's Crash. What have you got to tell me about Crash? He's dead. Oh, he's got blood coming out of his nose. Oh, there's a paw box I can steal from. I mean, let's look and see. Open the shirt. We'll see a tattoo. There it is.
On Crash's chest is a tattoo of a snake.
That tattoo looks like Casino's bracelet.
Wow, shocking and horroring. What if we
That
compare
doesn't
the
seem to work that
Can't
way.
compare the bracelet to the bracelet. What else can we do? We can pick up the body. We can search.
Crash's face shows signs of strangulation. His death was not a pleasant one. Moving the body is the job of the coroner's office.
Yeah, but what if I want to make it my job? What if I want to be training to be a coroner? I forget if I think I can get a sketch of it.
I guess I'd better copy this tattoo.
Yeah. There we go. Now I have a copy. Snake. Snake. Snake.
The tracing is of a snake tattoo from Crash's chest.
From Metal Gear Solid. Or alternatively, from Dara O'Brien's stand-up show. Alright, Crash, do you want to talk to me?
Crash is dead. He's not going to be very communicative.
I mean, we're in voodoo country, so maybe he'll be communicative. I can't use stuff on you. Or hey, I know you're a person, and I'm. Well, you're an underground, but you're involved.
You know,
in
I know who you are.
yeah,
The
so let
drummer
me tell you.
ignores Gabriel and just continues drumming. Unnerving, isn't he?
If you set him on fire, would it be a crash and burn? If only I could quickly and easily press the button that said, "Want this person? Give them a timeout."
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Why are you opening up windows like that? Alright. Go back to where we were so that I can see everything. Alright. After that disastrous thing. Alright, hey, well, I've got the snake bracelet. I could go and see Madame Casanao, I guess. I need to find out which snake it is. So maybe we'll go to the Voodoo Museum first and check and get one of their, try and get their snakes thing. And we'll show the stuff to
I'm
them
going
while we're
out.
there.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Oh, I should have asked you to research the... doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Voodoo Museum it is.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Hey, look, there's a drummer.
A street drummer has settled outside the museum. Gabriel can't do anything with the drummer on the street.
I mean, yes, he can. Do I want to turn that
Gabriel
on?
has no
okay.
interest in the noisy fan at the
I was
moment.
just wondering if I could turn on that fan to block what we were about to talk about. I can't recall. Ooh.
Given demand's size, that doesn't seem advisable.
Yeah, and if you had noticed, they are adding drummers all over the place.
Could I ask you some more questions?
They're not.
Of course.
On day
I
one, there
also
weren't many
find our
drummers. Now there
dialogue
are
stimulating.
Alright, hey, Voodoo Murders.
What makes you think the Voodoo Murders aren't being done by local practitioners?
Voodoo is a popular boogeyman, Mr. Knight, especially in New Orleans. Anyone can pretend to use it, just as anyone can pretend to be a black belt in karate. And for the same reason, to intimidate. I know voodoo in this city, Mr. Knight, and believe me, it is not about killing. Even the police have stated that the killings have nothing to do with local voodoo.
I mean, I know they have, but still. And yes, anybody can just wear a black belt and pretend to be a karate expert. Anybody at all, even people who don't exist inside of Bug Red games. Right, have you got anything more you
So
can
you
say?
know nothing about the Voodoo Murders case?
I neither know nor care to know, Mr. Knight. My only possible interest is in how it might affect the public's attitude towards the museum.
They'll probably
So
come
far,
and learn
it has
more
not
about
been
it,
an
right?
issue. No one has even had the bad taste to bring it up. Until you, that is.
I mean, okay, it was me, sure. Let's
What
go
is it
over
about
all of
New
the
Orleans
things.
that you so admire?
It has a real culture of its own, Mr. Knight. Amid
what
the
I need to
horrid
do.
blandness that is Americana, New Orleans alone has a voice.
Spoken like a true New Orleanian.
Delicious, tasty, hydrating water. Alright,
What
St.
else
John's
can you
Eve.
tell me about St. John's Eve?
I am afraid I do not know the origins of St. John's Eve. I only know that it was a night of ritual long before voodoo came to New Orleans.
What about Damballa?
What
Tell me
can you
more.
tell me about the Loa Damballa?
Dumbala is a snake loa. It originated in Africa, and is also worshipped heavily in Haiti, I believe.
Do you worship Damballa?
Mr. Knight, in voodoo, all of the loa are given their due respect.
What else can you tell me about the Loa Damballa?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
Are you sure you don't know anything about Ogun Badagri?
Quite sure, Mr. Knight.
I mean, it was yesterday? I think it was on day 3 when we came in and asked you stuff. So you don't want to, you know, tell me things that we had talked about before that I might have forgotten by now, because it hasn't been yesterday for the real world. It's been several days.
Do you know anything
Maybe I
else
don't
about
remember.
Veves?
I am afraid I have little else to say about that subject.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about voodoo?
I've given you as much detail as I can, Mr. Knight. Look around the museum if you desire more information.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
When the widow Paris began to practice, there were many voodooians in the city. By 1830, she was voodoo queen of all New Orleans. The widow Paris was a hairdresser for rich Creole ladies. She also paid household servants to spy for her. Between the two, she knew everything about everyone who mattered in New Orleans. She was not above using her information to appear psychic, to intimidate, or even to blackmail.
You sound as though you admire her.
For a black woman in the mid-1800s to gain power is an incredible thing, Mr. Knight. However she achieved it.
Yes. Alright, tell me more.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
She kept a pet snake, danced with it too. She held traditional voodoo ceremonies out by the lake. She took herself seriously, very seriously. But she was not above selling tickets for her events to curiosity seekers.
No.
She was not above using voodoo any way she could to make money. That is for certain. But if she had been in another line of work, in another age, that would have been interpreted as entrepreneurial genius, rather than a sign of fraudulence.
Hey, you don't need to convince me. I admire anyone that can actually make a living.
Alright, well, tell me more about this evil hairdresser. That doesn't seem the right way to describe her, but you know.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
It was Marie Laveau who defined the voodoo that is truly and uniquely the voodoo of New Orleans. She invented hundreds, if not thousands, of spells, potions, charms, and incantations. These form the basis of the modern practice, not to mention the folk tradition of hoodoo.
And?
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
Her daughter, Marie Glapion, took over when Widow Paris got old. Most people thought it was the same Marie Laveau. Both Maries encouraged that point of view. The Widow Paris died in 1881. Marie Glapion had been reigning a long time by then. After the death of the Widow Paris, other voodoo queens surfaced, and by 1890, the cult was fragmented again. Marie Glapion just sort of faded away.
Into the background, mysteriously.
Tell me more about Marie Laveau.
You have heard everything about Marie Laveau that a layman might expect to understand.
What if I'm not a layman? What if I have snake tattoos and stuff?
Tell me about yourself.
What more can I tell you?
Nothing.
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
But I only have you to discuss.
Tell me about yourself.
What more can I tell you?
Are you naturally bald, or do you shave your head?
Actually, I can't think of a thing.
Then let us discuss something else.
Alright. Let me show you things that I have. Yeah, alright, let's start with the bracelet. Do you know anything about this bracelet?
Does this mean anything to you?
I cannot say that it does.
Alright. What about the exciting snake tattoo? Does this mean anything to you?
Do you recognize this snake figure?
How curious. Where did you find it?
Oh, just lying around.
Oh, no,
I would throw it away if I were you.
Why is
Somebody
that?
showed it to
It
me.
looks like trouble to me, Mr. Knight.
Well, alright. What about a crocodile mask? It's a crocodile.
What do you think of my crocodile mask?
Nice.
Is that it? Alright, okay. And I've shown you this, haven't I? And the thing.
Does this
so you
pattern
don't
look
want it.
familiar to you?
Where did you get that?
You do recognize it then?
I have never seen it before in my life.
Are you sure about this pattern?
I am sure, Mr. Knight.
Alright, so you do recognize it, but you've never seen it before, or at least you claim you've never seen it before. Do you know anything about snakes? I know I need
Perhaps
to...
Gabriel should learn more about the scale before showing it to anyone.
Yeah, but I want to... Well, I need to turn off my face and show you that the snake is right behind there. Hello, snake.
A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
But what if I pick up
The
the snake?
snake is too far away.
Well, get out of my way then, Dr. John.
The python is quite dangerous. I would stay back if I were you.
Thanks for the advice.
Alright, okay. Well, then we'll
Goodbye,
leave.
Dr. John.
And I'll
Walk carefully
put
out
my
there,
face back on.
Mr. Knight.
Covering over the horrible, horrible snake. And we'll go to Marie Laveau and ask her about snakes. Oh, you were trying to do something for me as well, weren't you? You're not back? No. There's nothing else.
The door to Hartridge's office is locked.
Yeah, well, what if I use the speaker?
There's a PA speaker on the wall.
No, I can't, go and find the person and say... Mr. Hartridge to the place where I want you to be so that I can talk to you. No? Nothing like that? Alright. Hello. Enter the Getty Mansion. Just enter it. Don't bother to knock. Just walk in. I'm sure the butler won't mind. No, I didn't say knock. I said walk in.
Miss Getty is busy, officer, and has instructed me to wish you good luck. That is all.
If you just tell her...
Goodbye, sir.
Oh dear. But what if I show you snakes? Or I tell her I bought a... No, I can't do any of that. But what if I just hold this up to your face?
Miss Getty is busy, officer, and has instructed me to wish you good luck. That is all.
If you just tell her...
Goodbye,
Snakes.
sir.
Why don't it have to be... Why did it have to be snacks? I don't know. Why did it have to be snacks? Grandma Knight's house. Have we found out everything from Grandma Knight? Because I know... Because... running off of memories that are so old. And I know there's the clock upstairs.
Gabriel, my
Snakes.
love.
Cute.
How nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, Gran.
Alright, Granny, I'm going to show you the tattoo from a dead body. What do you know about it? Were you there? Did you kill the body? Was it you who was secretly strangling him? Were you invisible when you were doing so? I sure hope not. Because, you know...
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry. No, Gabriel.
No, well... What about... She killed Mr. Body in the dining room with the revolver. I mean, if this had been the original, yeah, sure, that's a thing. But not in this version.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry. No, Gabriel.
Although it wouldn't have been Mr. Body. It would have been, actually, the butler. Hey, what about this? Do you know this?
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry. No, Gabriel.
That's not an animal mask that I have just shown you. That is a piece of paper. Did it have the words animal mask written on it? You don't know anything about the Voodoo Code, do you? Oh, Grandmama.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Sorry. No, Gabriel.
I'm gonna go up to the attic
Hi.
again.
Enjoy
Upstairs.
yourself, dear.
Right, because we got the clock. And we can do things with the clock, and we can rotate the wheel. But I cannot... I don't think we have enough. Solve it. There's the key that we can rotate, and we do that after we've done this and set everything to the right time. And it will pop open the design. Or at least that's what they're calling it. Can I in any way remember what that is? No. Bye, Gran. Thanks for being there for me and, you know, generally helping me out.
Well,
with my
Gran, I'd better
investigations.
get going.
Remember that I love you, Gabriel.
Love you too, Gran.
I don't think I'm missing anything at the lake. We got the snake thing and everything. If I do this, Mr. Clay, yeah. Oh, vegetation.
Gabriel is on the sand and clay shores of Lake Pontchartrain, at a site where some poor bastard got to see who the Voodoo Murderers really are.
Indeed, he did. Alright, okay. No. Where is... There it is, the reconstructed... I don't think this does anything.
That doesn't work that way.
I don't think so. It's just part of the pattern. Alright, okay. Then we'll just leave and go away. And leave you there. And we'll go back to the French Quarter. You are not here until tomorrow, are
A
you?
sign on the front door of Magenta's home reads, "Attuning with the Spirit Realm, back on June 22nd.
Well, I mean, maybe we should report in that there's a dead body. Hey, there's a dead body. You might want to go and do something about it. Oh, look, snake bin. Who doesn't know about the snake bin?
Hey, mostly.
Knight, I had a feeling you'd show up.
What was it? Why? Was it because I'm involved in your investigations? Because of Crash?
Can I ask you about some stuff?
You're the writer. Ask away.
Crash is dead. Dead.
Crash is dead.
What? What are you talking about? I just let him go this morning.
Yeah, well, that turned out to be a brilliant move. Though they probably would have gotten him anywhere.
They? You're losing it, Knight.
It was the Voodoo cult. They did it. Crash said that...
You're an amateur, so let me give you some advice. Crash is well, he was a junkie. You gotta read through the hallucinations, you know what I mean? Where's the body, anyway?
St. Louis Cathedral.
Lovely. Well, we'll make sure he's picked up sometime today so he doesn't scare the shit out of some nun. But chill, Gabe. In this business,
I mean, you
see
just
a lot of
expect
stiffs.
nobody is going to go into
Your
the
professionalism
church.
is astonishing.
Alright, what do we still need to reopen the case?
How can I convince you to reopen the case?
We've done one of the three things,
I already
right?
told you. You still need to prove that there's a legitimate voodoo cult in Narland. Get me a lead on the cult.
Alright, okay. I mean, there's a snake tattoo. Does the snake
I took
tattoo
this
help?
tracing from a tattoo on Crash's chest. It's related to the underworld voodoo cult.
Yeah? What makes you think that?
It's what Crash said just before he died.
He was probably hallucinating from the drugs he OD'd on. Probably got that in the Navy or something.
No, I'm sure it's related. It's a snake, see? And if...
Even if it were a signal of some sort, that doesn't prove that the murders were done by a legit voodoo cult.
No, but it's one part of the proof, at least. What about this bracelet?
I have this snake bracelet. It's a replica of one used in secret voodoo ceremonies a few decades ago.
Really? What makes you think so?
I got it from an old Creole lady whose grandmother was an acolyte of Marie Laveau.
Gabriel, we get those little old ladies in here all the time. That bracelet is probably not genuine, and it wouldn't prove anything if it were.
Well, what if I told you about this crocodile mask that I bought for only $120?
That doesn't prove anything.
Oh, but it's a crocodile mask. Wolfgang's number. Oh, yes.
That doesn't prove anything.
I need to talk to you. What about this voodoo? I mean, we've shown you this already, right?
Showing that to Mosley again wouldn't do much good.
Yeah. And what about the secret? The secrets. Do you know anything about? Oh, we've shown that. No, sorry, it's the code. Voodoo code. That's what I wanted to show you.
That doesn't prove anything.
Alright, okay. What if I tell you I've been impersonating a priest?
That doesn't prove anything.
Oh. What if I told you I had a flashlight?
That doesn't prove anything.
It proves I have a flashlight. What if I showed, look, I'm not an amateur. Look, I've got a magnifying glass.
That doesn't prove anything.
What does prove things? I mean, I'm not sure. Nothing proves anything at all. Look. What if I told, look, I am a detective. I've got flashlights and a magnifying glass, close, and
that doesn't prove
tweezers.
Anything.
No, the tweezers don't prove anything. It must prove something to you. And I need to find out what the snake is before
I picked up this scale at Lake Pontchartrain.
No?
Yeah? What makes you think it's related to the murders?
Well, it was at the crime scene.
Sure. Must be the only snake in Louisiana, all right. That voodoo snake. Christ.
But I showed you things. What about this one?
That doesn't prove anything.
Oh, does it not? Alright, okay. Well then. I've forgotten what you said when I tried to
I'll let you get back to it.
Later, Knight.
I tried to call Ritter from home. It's a garbage can. Look at the garbage can.
Interesting design for a trash can. Must have been on sale at Cops R Us.
Yeah, we heard that already. It's my trash
It's
can
not
now.
going to look any better somewhere else.
Yes, it is. Alright, we're going back to St. George's Woods. Because...
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
I mean, that's
Really?
not why we came
I
back.
forgot you were gone.
Can you do research for me? I cannot recall if I have set you to all the research tasks.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
Investigate Rada drums. There
Could
we
you
go.
research Rada drums for me?
Rada drums?
Royal
Sure.
Academy
I
of
don't
the
think we have any
Dramatic
books on that
Arts.
topic in the shop, but I'll
Rada.
contact our suppliers. Assuming any of them will extend you any credit.
Tell them it's an emergency.
Uh-huh. I can see where a Rada drum book would be incredibly urgent. Anything else?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
You understand that? I can't think of anything, right? Now, I cannot recall what was said about using that Wolfgang's number with the phone.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
I mean, I don't think that's the way it works, but okay. Uh, 09 3 2 4 3 3 3 3. And you're gonna.
I'm not calling Germany.
Yeah, okay.
That Wolfgang Ritter guy says he's a relative, but I've never heard of him.
But I can't ask Granny about it. That doesn't prove anything. It doesn't, yeah. I want to exit. Exit. He said. I mean... Maybe I just missed something? I don't know.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
Hey, Granny Knight. I'm just going to show you the phone number again and try talking to you about... Because you haven't said anything about Ritter. I don't...
My precious boy, how wonderful of you to stop
There was
by.
no...
Can't stay
thing
away from you,
upstairs.
Brian.
No, apparently I can't. Because I know I am missing something before we get to the end of the day. And I don't want to use the hint system. Because I'd quite like to be able to remember how to do this all on my own. But hey, do you remember...
Does this mean anything to you, Graham?
Sorry, no, Gabriel.
No, I didn't think it did. Alright, I'm going upstairs. You could look it up, but you won't. I mean, that's just the wall.
Gabriel grew up in this room.
Yeah, but there's no, like, pictures. Hey, this is the family tree.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
Oh, well, I accidentally clicked through that. I'm going to enjoy myself in the attic. No, not like that. Stop thinking it.
I don't think there's...
The trunk contains some old clothes, including a pair of leather shorts,
Aren't those called lederhosen?
serious hiking boots, more of Harrison Knight's German books,
Just what I need.
and a bundle of letters. Love letters between Harrison and Rebecca.
I mean, the fact that I'm calling that it's Ritter calling from Germany. Do you not want to, you know, like put two and two together and think that it could be true?
I don't think there's anything else in that trunk that would interest anybody but my gran.
Leather shorts time. I am so glad that I do not have a leather shorts redemption on there. I mean, I
think
don't
I'll
have
leave that
any
up
leather
here.
shorts to put on, but you know, I'm very glad that I don't have one anyway. Otherwise, I would feel compelled to go out and buy some. I might have to use the hint system because I cannot recall what I am missing here. I mean, I can go back to the voodoo shop and try talking to them about voodoo. Now that I've bought the $120 gorilla mask. He said,
well,
no,
Gran, I'd better get going.
Don't take any wooden nickels, boy.
I'm trying, Gran.
But what if I want wooden nickels? Are you supposed to do something? I mean, nominally, that is what most games are about. Aside from idle games. That is what they're about. I mean, I could go back there to the Kazanau residence and I could try swapping the real for the fake. Or the fake for the real. I cannot recall. I don't think that is a thing that I did. Wait.
There's no answer.
Ah.
Perhaps Kazanau got even more paranoid than usual and decided to get out of town.
Day 4.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Willie.
Can I ask you just a few more questions?
Whatever, man.
There you go.
What else do you know about Marie Laveau?
I don't know much, monsieur. Someone at the Voodoo Museum can tell you all about her.
What else do you know about Marie Laveau?
I don't know much, monsieur.
Alright, so somebody at the... So, am I missing something from the Voodoo Museum, then? I must be. I mean, if that is the clue
Hello, Dr.
you're trying
John.
to tell me...
Glad you could return to us,
I
Mr.
mean,
Knight.
there's Marie Laveau. There's only 4 things to do in day 4, according to the walkthrough.
A striking portrait of a turbaned woman is on the back wall. Gabriel wonders who she might be.
But it's Marie Laveau, right? I can't talk to you about the painting, right?
Could I
I've
ask
done
you
that
some
already.
more questions?
Of course. I also find our dialogue stimulating.
I'm so glad you find your dialogue stimulating. I will exit now. Right. Flags, wall, totem pole. I mean, we looked at the totem pole. There's nothing. I mean, it would be stupid of me to not try. I used a voodoo code on the painting.
That
which,
doesn't
I mean,
seem to work that way.
No, I don't think it does either. But you know, there's the knife, which gives you the willies.
That knife looks familiar. Probably from Hartridge's
Try the code on the
slides.
drama.
What did he call it? Kabasa?
Gabriel doesn't want anything to
I haven't
do
tried
with
the code
that
on the drama,
knife.
but I'm not able. No, I am able to
Gabriel
do that.
can't see a way to use that.
I couldn't do it on
Goodbye,
the other
Doc.
one.
Walk.
All right. To St. Jackson Square. Hello, drummer. See, I don't have the option to use the thing on this is the drummer that you talk to. Let's see if Crash is still
It
there or
looks
not.
like someone found and moved Crash's body.
Good, I'm glad, because we reported it. Flowers. We'll
I
have
don't
some.
need any flowers. They'd probably just get crushed on my bike
I
anyway.
want to take some of the flowers to Granny. See, the tattoo on Crash's body is supposed to lead to the end of day 4. Well, there must be something that I have missed before
Hey,
then.
Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Because otherwise it would tell me when I exited the map. No, that's hints. What things do I need to do on day 4? Where do I find a scale to match the one found at the crime scene? That is the thing that I need. I don't have any squirrels or anything.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
Let me try a very, very basic thing here at the Voodoo Museum.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Boop. Let me try the very basic thing of comparing the large snake scale with the snake.
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
No, I didn't think so. What day 4 is read newspaper, get snake bracelet, see crash, talk to drummer, see tattoo. But there's more things that you do.
I'll be going.
Come back again.
Have you read the newspaper? I mean, that is how I found out about
Hello,
Sam.
beautiful. It's me.
Right?
The excitement of seeing you is
Maybe
killing me.
maybe that was yesterday? I don't think so. I'm pretty certain I read it. If I have to read this newspaper and it goes, we'll tuck it out now, I'm going to be upset. Because I'm sure I've done this.
Times dated June 21st, 1993.
Yeah, case is closed.
Gabriel's eye is immediately drawn to an article about the Voodoo Murders. He scans it quickly. Gabriel decides to check his horoscope, despite his disgust. Death walks close to you today. Resist temptation lest his eye fall on you, too.
Peachy.
Gabriel also spots an ad for Sam Springleton, a jeweler.
We've seen Sam Springleton.
Sam hangs out at the Napoleon House.
Well, I done that. See, that's how I knew to go to the Napoleon House. Nominally. Because I half remembered, but, you know. So there is the newspaper being read. Let's exit to the map and see if it says, hey, day over.
I'm going out.
Don't hurry back on my account.
No. We haven't been to the St. Louis Cemetery. Today. As in this stream. These are the markings. That's where we got the code from. Do you know anything about snakes? I don't think you do, right?
Does this mean anything to you?
Nope.
No, I didn't think so. And this is my tomb. And look, there's a squirrel thing just sitting there. And there's the vase that they broke. But yeah, I can't catch a squirrel and then feed it to a snake. We looked at these ones.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb.
But, I mean, I looked at all of those. I'm sure I spoke to them because that's how...
Hi. I'm Rebecca's grandson.
Because that's
Much
how
as
we
when
got
they were alive,
thing.
the right elders give no
It's
response.
smashed.
DeMarco reads, Merrill Planter Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew them.
They all say right.
DeMarco reads, Franklin Wright.
These are Grand's folks. I never knew them.
Alright, stupid hint system.
DeMarco reads, Harley Wright.
Grand's sister. She died young.
These all say that's nice.
DeMarco reads, Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy.
DeMarco reads, Margaret Templeton Knight.
My mother.
DeMarco reads, Philip Knight.
Daddy.
That's it. Oh, Philip Black. I was thinking, but that says Philip Black. But he's
DeMarco reads,
saying it's Philip Knight.
Philip Knight.
Daddy.
So somebody's got something wrong there, but no. Black is not the name of this person. Right, and then... Yeah. That doesn't look like...
An odd monument highlights one gravesite.
Marker is
It
day and
looks
night.
vaguely reptilian.
Stupid jokes. Who would make a day and night joke? What kind of foolish person would do that? Certainly not me. Alright. Alright, hints. And there's the journal. Day 4. Here we are on day 4. Grace is indignant about quitting. But indignant about it, she's not quitting. This is closed. Looks like Sam Swingle is enduring. Gran wants to talk to me. Here lies Johnny Reese. Pardon me for not rising. That sounds very much like a oh, the stick figures game, which was set in the Old West. West of Loathing. There we go. Indeed, yep. Well done. Gabriel keeps telling me this is a relative of mine. I think I had relatives in Germany. Gran would have mentioned it by now. Maybe we should do some sniffing around the family tree. Well, since I visited the family tree to pay my respects, I hadn't wanted to go, but Gran urged me. It would be nice to say hi to Mum and Dad again. Okay. Also, that's one I learned from Arcanum, but I think he's older than that. Yeah, I'm certain he is. I mean, look at the gravestones it was on. Of course it's older than Arcanum. As he says he can't do anything at a closed case. Harrison Knight was... So Harrison Knight was really Heinz Ritter, and he changed his name when he moved to the States. But why? What was he trying to escape? Really? Maybe there's a good luck after the Light family after I found $20 in ours now, isn't that something? I don't remember uncovering that bit of information, but alright. Ash is wandering around Jackson. Grace definitely knows something. I need to get believe in voodoo. So deadly skull painting guard. I hate it, but this is important. Really? Okay. Ugly damn crocodile mine. Oh, fine. Hang it. I don't want to have it, just hang it in my bedroom. Came with gambling oil, extra confidence. Gave Sam the impression that Kaz Ambrose says he'll later today. Got a copy of the bracelet. Showed Crash the snake bracelet. A secret Hondu underground somewhere in the French Quarter, but Crash doesn't know where. Also said they usually meet up on St. John's Eve. Even got a snake tattoo that allows him into their ceremony. Sounds like use animal mask and worship Tambala. And Crash just died in front of me. Don't know what I could have got into, but I have the feeling it might be some deep shit. Okay, so what am I missing? This is what I need. Did you check the Voodoo Museum? Did you check in with Grace? I mean... yes? Did you get a copy of the tattoo, right? Snake tattoo picture. I haven't, you know, tattooed it on my body or anything. Oh. 1 second. To exit to right to. Going to the museum is day 5.
DeMarco Reed.
That's Franklin.
These are Grants.
Yeah, I know. Merrill. Harrison. Right. I can't use Harrison on it because I was just thinking, if this is Harrison Ritter and Harrison Knight, they're all right. And then maybe I will put 2 and 2 together.
How's it going, Granddaddy?
No.
DeMarco reads Harrison Knight.
Granddaddy.
Gabriel doesn't want to take the nameplates from his family tomb.
Maybe he does. I don't know. Right, hint system. Did I check in with Grace? I mean, Grace gave me the hint to look at the books. And we've got the snake book, but I cannot interact with that snake book properly. So maybe I'm just missing how I should be interacting with the snake book?
Hey, Grace, here I am.
Oh boy, party time.
Party time, excellent. Right, World of Snakes.
It's a book about the world of snakes.
It is a book about the world of snakes, you're right. But I can't turn the pages or do anything with it. I can do that, but then I can't do anything. Snakes usually hunt in total darkness. They decide to find their prey, but they also hunt by vibrations. Attracted to vibrations, hoping for an easy meal. They're often drawn to motors and machines for this reason. So, are you telling me I need to start vibrating something to find a snake? Because I don't have the drum yet. Where's the drum book? If I go to the crime scene again, I've got nothing to make vibrations with.
I'll be back later.
Have fun.
Oh, and the snake was attracted to vibrations because I turned on the switch in the air fan and it freaked out. But that happened elsewhere. That happened once, and then I don't need to interact with it yet. But yeah. Can you go to the museum? May as well if you can. I can go to the museum. I've been to the museum and I've been talking to everybody about this stuff.
Oh, that's a lot of blood.
It is a lot of blood. Look, there's Snake Trail, and we followed that and we got the thing. But I cannot do anything. See, here's the museum.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
Did you check in with Grace? Yes. After the museum snake attacks you, Grace will take a scale from your face and place it in the ashtray on her desk. Alright. But I can't get it to attack me.
Don't get personal.
No, I'm not trying to use you, I'm trying to use the switch.
Gabriel has no interest in the noisy fan at the moment.
Right, well, I mean... I need to get attacked, yeah. How do I get attacked? Is there something I am missing by not talking to Grace? Is it about the messages?
Goodbye.
Should I have talked to Grace about messages?
I knew you'd miss me, so I came back.
Really? I forgot you were gone.
Alright. I mean, I assume you're telling me I need to check in with Grace after I've been to the museum because I've been attacked, and she will remove scales from it.
What's up?
Because I've got no research request.
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure, what?
I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
My head is empty.
See you later.
See ya.
Hello, Dr. John.
Glad you could return to us, Mr. Knight.
I mean, I cannot turn off my head so you can't see the snake behind there. There's nothing. Snake. There's a gourd. Move back. There's a gourd.
That gourd must be in Assam.
But I can't do anything with it. There's a snake. I can't do anything with a snake.
The snake is too far away.
The python is quite dangerous. I would stay back if I were you.
Thanks for the advice.
But, you know, I need to be attacked.
A very large, very formidable-looking snake is secured in a plexiglass cage.
Yeah. What? Are you just telling me I was too far away so I couldn't?
The snake is too far away.
You know, yeah, see, because I can't actually move any closer than that.
Even if that were for sale, Gabriel couldn't afford it.
It's a wall. It was the wall. I don't want to buy the wall, thank you.
The back wall displays various voodoo items, such as an African statue laden with decorations.
Okay.
Now, why does that remind me of Grace?
I don't know. Also, we can't see it. Have you called Wolfgang? I cannot. It won't let me call Wolfgang. It says, "Hey, no, you can't do Wolfgang. I don't know that that's part of my family." Right. What do I need to do on day 4? Did you buy the crocodile mask? Yes. Did you talk to Gran about your family and their secrets? Yes. Did you help Sam win his game? Did you show Crash the bracelet? Yes. All of those things have happened. I can turn my face back on while we're here and not interacting with the snake. You're actually supposed to call it. What I would like. Tell your father's pain and get $20, so you can, and get $20 at the cemetery. So you can buy the product mark. Watch Crash talk to the drummer. Help Sam win his game. Show the bracelet to Crash. Trace the tattoo on his chest. Search and learn about Heinz Ritter. Ask Gran about Ritter and Schattenjägers. Call Wolfgang. Take the magenta moving flyer from the Voodoo Museum if you haven't. Ask Grace about research. Reconstruct if you haven't. Okay, so
I'll be going.
Come back.
the museum is supposed to be empty of people. Yep, that's the number that I've been calling. So I need to go to Gran. I must have missed something about Ritter. Showing you the thing doesn't help. There's no...
It's my favorite grandson. How nice.
It is me!
Your only
Yay!
grandson,
I keep coming back
but
here because
nice
you
try,
refuse to tell
Gran.
me the information that I need to know. Don't you go, ask her about herself. She's quite satisfied asking her about Night Family and the endings of Harrison Knight, Philip Knight and Margaret Templeton toys. George Gummer will give you a huge family background. And finally, compliment. Go to the attic, operate the trunk, open the... Operate the cross and picture. Get a key, operate the old clock. Set it up to 3 o'clock. Move the clock ring until the dragon will be at 12. Then use the key on the keyhole and operate it. The secret compartment will open. Get the old photo. Alright.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
No, okay.
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna go up to the attic again.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
Alright, well, I don't know how I... Here we go, here's the clock, operate the clock. I must have missed something. There's the dragon. But it's 3 o'clock. Operate the key.
The key winds the clock's mechanism.
Right, but I don't know...
Granddaddy, you old fox.
Yes, but I don't know why that would have been a thing.
A secret drawer has opened in the base of the clock.
I mean, I knew that there was something in the clock, but I can't recall... It doesn't matter, we've got that.
The trunk contains lederhosen, hiking boots, German books, and a bundle of Granddad and Gran's love letters.
Fucking... Yeah, no. Alright, anyway, let's look at these. What did I remember? Yeah. I'll show off when we get back there. Look!
The old photograph shows Gabriel's grandfather with 2 other men that Gabriel has not identified.
Cool. And the clock letter?
The letter is written in German, but Gabriel determines what he can about it. It was sent from a place called Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. The letter is addressed to mein Sohn Heinz and signed Wilhelm Ritter. One of the reoccurring words strewn throughout the letter is the word Schattenjäger. The only other thing that Gabriel can decipher about the letter is a sense of urgency in the handwriting and in the heavy use of a quill tip, bold strokes, and underlining.
Hey, Grandma Knight.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Do you know anyone named Heinz Ritter?
Heinz Ritter. Oh, Gabriel. Where did you hear that name?
I found a letter in Granddaddy's clock.
Oh, I promised I'd never tell you or your father, but I suppose it doesn't matter now.
Yeah,
Tell me,
it
Graham.
does.
Your granddad's name was Heinz Ritter before he came to America. He changed it to Harrison Knight legally when he arrived.
Tell me more.
Why did Granddad change his name?
I don't know. I tried to ask him about his family and his life before America, but he didn't want to talk about it. He never even told me about his name change. I found out one day when I saw his passport in a drawer. Since he obviously found it painful, I never questioned him about it. But I'm sure it wasn't trouble with the law. Your granddad was the best man I ever knew.
But I mean, that could have been after he did that, and it's too early for Nazis before we do that. Now, we're on a plot process.
Didn't Granddad ever say anything about his past or his family?
Only that his family was crazy and that he never wanted to see them again. He believed in some family curse. Thought that he could spare Philip and Philip's children from what he called old nightmares. Whatever Harrison wanted to spare you, though. Oh, it cost him plenty. He never did sleep well, and he would often get a far-away, guilty look in his eyes. He was wrestling with something he thought he should be doing, someplace he thought he ought to be. I don't know how he could think that he should be anywhere but with me and our child. It's a terrible way to live.
Alright, tell me about Schattenjäger.
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
Schottenjäger? Schottenjäger? Oh, how odd, Gabriel. I haven't heard that word in years. My goodness, you've given me a chill. Your granddad used to say that sometimes in his sleep.
Really? Do you know what it means?
No, I'm afraid not. I asked him about it once. I don't think he answered me. Odd.
Huh. Thanks, Graham.
Wolfgang Ritter?
Do you know anyone named Wolfgang Ritter?
Wolfgang Ritter? Oh, no, dear.
Huh. Odd.
As I said, your granddad's surname was originally Ritter.
Alright, there we go.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Well, it's not as if the clock was at 3 o'clock. And I don't think I've got any voodoo article, but yeah, I've got nothing here which would have said, hey, 3 o'clock.
Well, Gran, I'd better get going.
Take it easy on those women out there, will you, Gabe?
Women? You're my only girl, Gran.
That's weird for you to say, but okay. Alright, if we go back to enjoy his books.
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
The excitement of seeing you is killing me.
Right. No, not chandelier. Go away, chandelier. Not ladder either. Bookshelf. See, we have a German to English dictionary right here.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Draken means dragons. I wonder if Mosley would know he was being insulted if I called him Draken Breath.
I'm certain we had something. This Heinz Ritter's German poetry.
A book of German poetry that once belonged to Gabriel's grandfather.
Right
Gabriel
here.
has always found
Exactly
it
what I
compelling.
remembered. I went, German dictionary, there was a book in German, and if I did this, I would
Gabriel
work it out.
selects a volume of
Drei.
German poetry
Eins,
that he
zwei,
always
drei.
found
Vier, fünf,
strangely
sechs, sieben,
compelling.
acht, neun,
Drei
zehn.
Drachen kriegen
Elf,
in meinen
12,
Schaf,
13,
die
14,
Seele wühlen
15,
sie,
16,
lebendig zum Frost. Feurigen Atems, gespaltener
But here we are, yeah.
genießen sie
3
jedes
dragons.
Mal.
Exactly.
That's nice. Kinda creepy, though. Who's the author?
Let's see, Heinz Ritter. Heinz Ritter? No wonder it gives me the chills. I have the feeling old Granddad didn't sleep too well at night either.
Exactly. So here we are. This is where we get the 3 dragons from. Sorry, I wanted to see if I could translate more of the letter on there. I cannot recall. Am I going to transliterate it one at a time? Clock letter. Nope, can't do that. Exit the bedroom. Now to use the phone.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
I don't know why you would make that a thing. Why wouldn't you just let me type in 4909 324 3333? Why wouldn't you just let me press all of those buttons? Why would I have to put 011 in front of it?
Guten Tag, Sie haben Schloss Ritter erreicht.
I'm looking for Wolfgang Ritter.
Ja, einen Moment.
Yeah, is this Gabriel on the phone?
This is Gabriel Knight. Why are you calling me, Mr. Ritter?
I've been having premonitions of great danger for you, Gabriel.
Oh,
you must leave New Orleans this very day.
What in the hell are you talking about?
It is hard to explain on the phone. I have had dreams about you. It took me a long time to have you tracked down. I knew that Heinz had a grandson, but until these dreams started, I did not know if I should contact you.
You say you're related to my grandfather?
Heinz was my brother. There is much about the family that you should know. Come to Schloss Ritter in Rittersberg, West Germany. It is our family home. I will tell you everything when you come. You must come immediately. You are in great danger there.
Look, I appreciate the family spirit and all, but frankly, I don't know you from Adam. And I'm not going to fly off to Germany, even if I could afford it.
Gabriel, please. If you won't listen, at least let me send you something. It is a journal from one of your ancestors. Promise me you will read it. You are the last of our line. I'm too old to carry on. You are our last hope. Please, for your family, read the journal.
All right, I'll look at it.
Good.
Maybe.
Now be careful, and come to me as soon as you can. Goodbye.
I'm not going to come to you. I mean, how long is it going to take for you to send me something? And why did you have to ask me before you sent me something? You could have just sent me something anyway. There we go. Are you now going to tell me? No. Alright.
Well, it's about closing time.
Yep.
So it is. Good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gabriel.
The
And
drummer has
try
gone.
not to dream, okay?
Yes, don't do that perfectly natural, ordinary thing that enables your brain to process what has happened during the day and actually makes you restful. Try not to do that.
Hello?
It's me. I can't sleep.
Oh, me neither.
Can I...
Yes. Come.
Well, that was very brief phone sex, eh? It's now day 5. He's a quick shooter if he's coming that far. Exactly. The road was blocked, the truth was shunned, the white flag had been waved. Reversal cost me all I had, and everything I'd braved. Also, Paperboy! Yay, Paperboy! You're doing the paper! Woo! That's so great. Well done, Paperboy.
Are you okay, Gabriel?
Sure. Great. Why?
I'm worried about you.
If I were any better, Grace, I'd be dead. Now what's up?
I mean, that works both ways.
You got another package this morning. Overnight from Germany.
Yay! I've been expecting that.
I was
Reading
expecting
analysis
that.
describes
Where
game
is
play
it?
boy with
Well,
Wilson's
it kind of
The
came
Boy's
open,
Purgatory.
but I
Medieval
salvaged the
class.
contents.
I wanna move on.
There was a
Yep.
letter from your great-uncle Wolfgang and a journal.
The package just came open, huh? How'd you like the journal?
Someone has to look after you. You're in trouble, in case you didn't know it.
Yeah, you've been reading my horoscope again, haven't you, Grace?
Just read the journal carefully, Gabriel. Please.
I got it. St. George's books. Oh, Professor Hartridge. I'm glad you called. Did you? Oh, you did. You did. Oh, wait. Slow down. The Agree. Really? You think that's them? A wheel within a wheel. Ogun Agree, huh? Well, that does sound like it.
Yeah, I
Dunbar, the
understood
snake.
all of that perfectly. That was
That's
fine.
the wavy
don't worry.
pattern at the bottom. Okay. The 1791 slave revolt in Santo Domingo? Well, why would the Veve show up there? Uh-huh. Okay. Look, I'll come over as soon as I can, okay? Relax, Professor. I'm excited too, but you're gonna give yourself a heart attack. Okay, thanks. See ya.
Well, there we go. Now we know what we need to do on this of day 5.
I wish you'd tell me what's going on. I swear you're gonna step into a hole you may never get out of.
Don't look so worried. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm perfectly safe, and I'm getting some great stuff for the book. Besides, there's something about all this. My dreams.
What about your dreams?
Oh, nothing. I'll be careful. I promise.
I didn't have one last night.
We got that book you
Or I
ordered in this morning. The one on Rada drums.
Really?
Yay.
Great.
Alright, well, before we do anything else, time to read the newspaper. What have you got for me today, newspaper? What horrible
Times
things are happening?
dated June 22nd, 1993. Disgusted with the state of the Voodoo murder case, Gabriel turns right to his horoscope. The shadow upon you is no longer reversible.
Oh dear.
Wonderful.
Oh well, now we're definitely gonna die. That's fine, that's fine. And Dixieland Juice Dance Festival. Next weekend will feature the 15th annual Dixieland Juice Jazz Festival. That's not juice, that's deuce. An all-day outdoor festival, an all-day outdoors affair, celebrating jazz of all kinds and for all ages. Jazz performers will play for free throughout the day at various venues, including up and down Bourbon Street. Many local restaurants, cafes and bars will be providing performance space as well. See the local event section for the full festival schedule of performances and locations. Dun dun dun! The best part, yes. Can't quite do that with the tiny camera that I've got there. Alright. Hey, it's good. Now let's look at... No, not the register. Well, okay.
Gabriel looks at the cash register, checking for cobwebs.
Sorry, I was looking for... Did you hand me the package already? You did. There's the Rada book, there's Gunter's journal, there's Wolfgang's letter. Let's look at Wolfgang's letter.
The letter is addressed to Gabriel from Wolfgang Ritter.
Oh, alright.
Wolfgang's letter says,
Dear Gabriel, please read the enclosed journal carefully. It might help you understand your family's special obligations and our current predicament.
Yeah,
God
yeah.
be with you. Uncle Wolfgang.
I need to sleep with the snake. I understand.
Gunter Ritter's diary is leather-bound. Its parchment pages are old and fragile. Grace actually managed to find a book under Rada drum code.
Excellent. And
The
I
old
still
photograph
unidentified?
shows Gabriel's grandfather with 2 other men, apparently his German father and brother.
Alright, okay. Show me the Rada book.
The book
first of all.
contains several pages of Rada drum codes.
Alright. And what about the
Gabriel
journal?
reads through the pages Wolfgang marked. He reads of
talking
Gunter
letter,
Ritter's
yeah.
journey to Charleston as a witch hunter, hired by the townsmen to solve a series of ritualistic murders. He reads about Gunter's meeting with the beautiful slave woman, Tetelo, and of Gunter's tormenting urges for her.
Poor bastard.
He reads of their physical union and passion, and of Gunter's investigation into the murders. The victims were all crew members on a certain slaving expedition to Africa, it seems. The second to the last entry describes Gunter's plan to set a trap for the coven committing the murders. He'd found a name on one of the surviving members of the crew, a man now living in the West Indies. Gunter has spread a false rumor that the man is returning to Charleston. He himself will impersonate a sailor and allow himself to fall into the hands of the coven. Naturally, Gunter has arranged for able-bodied assistants to follow and attack the coven before they can do him harm.
Ballsy son of a bitch, wasn't he?
Gabriel turns to the final entry of the journal.
You can read the full account of Gunter's last case on the graphic novel available from the title screen. Yes, indeed. Dear Father, I offer these final words as apology for the harm done to our sacred office. The woman I wrote of, Tetlow, was the witch I sought. I've committed terrible crimes. Terrible, terrible crimes. It was so horrible. Let me go into them in detail for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, you don't want it, but fine. Alright. I mean, I know you're my father, so yeah, maybe you shouldn't be listening to that sort of stuff from me. I love this witch. Then used our sacred family power to free her and aid her in destroying this colony. The talisman is gone. Tetlow took it. I can but pray for the swift recovery of the talisman, and that my punishment in hell will be long and bitter. Thy undeserving son, Gunter. Did they fail to take out a gypsy woman up a mountain and thus become cursed? No, not exactly, as you have seen. Alright, okay. And... no, I read the Dorada Rudder code. I can't recall. Hello? I can't recall if I can call you again. And say, hey, got your package? Yeah, I've read it.
Didn't Grace say you had to dial 011 first to get international?
I mean, there's no way for me to just click the number and have it go in, because, you know, that would be, as I said before, that would be a great, time saving.
No, I can't afford to call Germany again until I've figured more of this out.
Alright, I was just going to say, got your package, bye! Alright, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just hit redial. Yeah, I didn't even look to see if there was a redial on there. That would have been great.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
You got any messages for me?
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
Alright.
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
No. Is that a voodoo word?
I don't think so. It's German.
No, sorry. I don't speak German.
How do you feel about New Orleans these days?
I'd rather be anywhere else in the world right now.
Really? Anywhere? The bottom of a sewer? Anything? I wonder if you can use the well...
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Drachen means dragons.
Yes, we know that.
Gabriel
Besitzen means possessed. That's handy to know.
Does a Schottenjäger need one pilot or two?
Gabriel leafs through...
Besitzen.
Yes.
Gabriel
but, you know,
Drachen means...
If only we could somehow use one of these books to find out what Schottenjäger meant. But I just don't think it's possible. I just... oh, so... if only you could do that, but no. I mean, it doesn't automatically mean that Schottenjäger would be in there, but still. I just see Jaeger and you think, you need to drink. Yep, that is definitely a thing. Jaeger.
See you later.
It's
See
not
ya.
great tasting Jaeger bombs. I wondered if that was coming.
Richard's just redeemed hydrate.
Alright. Hey, it was you, and not the other you. I'm surprised at that.
Snake just redeemed stretch.
I can definitely do a stretch in the tiny camera that I'm in. Ah! Legs extended, even though you can't see my legs. Arms up as well. I have stretched. My back is all stretched out. Right, well, you are open today, Moonbeam Residence, he said, just double checking that he had in fact unmuted. Yes, we can go get bit at the Voodoo Museum. Yeah, you're not here today.
Why is it so dark in here?
So that we can
Dr.
get bitten
John?
by the snake.
Hello?
Hey, there's the snake over there, near the switch.
Uh-oh. You bastard!
Good day, Mr. Knight.
That thing just tried to kill me.
I
He did. I am sorry. The museum is closed today, you see. We were not expecting visitors.
Yes, indeed.
But if you will excuse me, Mr. Knight, I must go look for him. He is incredibly valuable.
You don't need to ask twice. I'm out of here. By the way, you might want to lock your door the next time you're closed.
Not a bad idea.
Mushroom.
Goodbye, Mr. Knight.
Yay! Alright, hey Grace, I was attacked by a snake. It's exciting.
What happened to you?
Who, me? Nothing. Why?
You're kind of a pale green color. Come here.
Pale green, you say? Charming.
What's that on your face?
I'm sure you'll tell me.
Looks like a sparkly or something. Got it.
I love
that's
it when
just-
you pick stuff off my face, Grace.
Well,
It's just
excuse
left over from
me.
last night, don't worry about it. Alright, can I have the sparkly in the ashtray?
There's something in the ashtray.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I need to use the tweezers again. That's what it is.
That doesn't seem to work that way.
What? It's not? I could have sworn it was...
Gabriel can't see a way to use that.
No? Alright, okay, then let's compare snake with snake.
That doesn't seem to work.
Is it magnifying glass to look at it? I wanted to pick it up so that I could have a closer look at it. You know,
There's
using
a snake
nature's...
scale in the ashtray.
Yeah, using nature's magnifying glass. The move in. Alright, there it is!
That doesn't seem to work that way.
No, I know, and...
The item in the ashtray is too small to pick up by hand.
Yes, I understand. Alright, okay. Look, here we are, here's a tweezer. I couldn't just do that before, I couldn't go,
Gabriel
ah,
finds
there's
a
a thing.
snake scale in the ashtray. It's a souvenir from the museum's python.
Alright. Now let's compare this one to this one. Are they just using the same asset? They've just rotated it slightly. Because that looks like what's going on here.
He places the two scales together. The two iridescent scales are a perfect match.
I mean, what does that mean?
Gabriel has matched the Lake Pontchartrain scale with the scale from the museum python.
I mean, that just means it's the same one. Or the same kind of snake. There's nothing I can find in the book on snakes. Right? World of Snakes. This is how we understood that they're attracted to vibrations, hoping for an easy meal. They're often drawn to motors and machines for this reason, and that's why I turned on the switch. Now then, my octopus sister doesn't seem to have a zoom function. Exactly. Well done, Crichton and Lister. We had a red dwarf reference yesterday, and we've got one today. Let's see if I can make one tomorrow as well, eh? So no, human eyes don't have a zoom. Well then, how do you bring a small object into focus? Well, you just move your head closer to the object. I mean, yes! Was that? Yes. That worked. It didn't blur out as I got closer to it at all. Definitely don't need glasses. I have glasses, I just don't need them to play the computer.
I'll be back later.
Bye.
Have
Bye, Grace.
fun.
Oh, if we tried to go to the museum, are you going to give us some snarky snake-related comment?
Posted on the door of the museum is a sign saying, closed today only. This time the door is actually locked.
Alright, and you have run away.
There's no answer. Perhaps Casino got even more paranoid than usual and decided to get out of town.
Perhaps, perhaps not. Alright, well, let's go to the Moonbeam residence and find everything. Hey?
Welcome, Seeker. You must be the one Dr. John called me about.
I guess so. My name is...
Wait! Gabriel Knight.
You're too quick for me.
John told you
Actually,
that, eh?
Dr. John told me. You have come to the right place, Mr. Knight. Tell me how I can help.
Well, first of all, it's time for me to look at all the things. Bottles.
Magentia's bottles probably contain secret ritual concoctions. Gabriel figures that many men have picked up things in Magentia's parlor, but he'd rather not.
Alright, okay. Ask the lower machine. Ask
There's
the
a
lower
chest in the
machine.
corner that looks like a carnival machine.
Exactly. Wow.
Gabriel figures that many men have picked up things in Magentia's parlor, but he'd rather not. It's impolite to mess with other people's stuff. Gabriel should wait until he's asked.
No, we should just randomly use it. Alright, there's a shelf. What's on the shelf?
The shelf holds a variety of unusual objects. The kind of thing Gabriel refers to as junk.
And we've seen the inside of Gabriel's apartment. So, or bedroom and shop. So, you know, when he's calling something junk, it must really be junk.
Gabriel figures...
Yeah, alright.
The mask is made of carved wood and looks African. Gabriel...
Chair.
A small blue chair sits to one side of the table. Gabriel... A small draped table displays a crystal ball.
Yes, it does.
Gabriel...
No.
A large crystal ball is prominently displayed. Gabriel...
Let's talk to the crystal
It's
ball.
not that easy to get a message from the crystal ball.
Yes, it is. Cheer up, Gabriel. Cheer up indeed.
It's an old-fashioned parlor lamp hung with crystals.
You're going to give me the same.
Gabriel...
Yeah. But what if I
It's
fiddle with it?
already on, and Gabriel doesn't want to turn it off.
Maybe he does. You don't know. There's another chair, a nice big high back
An
chair.
overstuffed red chair from the last century dominates the center of the room.
I mean, from the last century, that means it's over 100 years old. For that. But now, from the last century, could just be 20 odd years old. Or 24 years old. Almost a quarter of a century.
Gabriel...
Snake cage!
A large, sluggish snake rests on the floor
So
of
maybe
the
you just think there was
fancy
Gabriel
bird
upstairs and
cage.
stuff.
Apparently, Magenta
it
is
happens.
not a fastidious housekeeper. A shed skin shares the cage with its original owner.
Alright, well then I will be picking up the shed snake sheddy
Magenta's
thing, no?
snake looks a little sickly, but Gabriel would still rather not stick his hand in the cage.
Especially after it just recently been attacked, right? Crystals. Why is a snake in a bird cage?
It's a large cluster of
I
quartz
mean,
crystals.
it's only called a bird cage because we keep birds in it. It's not necessarily a cage for birds.
Gabriel figures that whatever they do, Gabriel isn't interested.
Maybe they are used for murder.
It's an old-fashioned parlor lamp
Well, we've already
hung
seen
with
it.
crystals.
See, that is a better description. Oh, you can't see that underneath my head. Boop. See? Now that is a great description for that lamp there, and a crappy description for this lamp here. Those aren't crystals. That's just bits of trimming hanging off the edge. Alright, Magenta, what have you got to say for yourself?
Magenta Moonbeam is wrapped in
Magenta,
gauze
sorry,
and
not
silks.
magenta.
She looks vaguely mysterious and mysteriously vague.
Alright, and what if we try and pick her up?
She's really not my type.
Is she not? Alright. How about
That
these
doesn't
scales?
work that way.
Alright, okay, then let's talk.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Of course, Seeker.
Hey, it's all these things. Hey. How are you?
Tell me about yourself.
Yes? What would you like to hear?
Everything. Voodoo ends.
How many voodoo ends are there?
No one knows exactly. Many practice in secret. There are probably hundreds. But of course, the level and the power of the voodooians differ greatly, depending on their training and natural gifts.
Okay, tell me about your hobbies.
Do you do anything else?
I'm a voodooian. That is plenty. It takes much spiritual effort.
Yeah, but you can't just be your job. That's not great. You've got to do other things outside of it.
What kind of people come to see you?
Seekers after the truth, such as yourself.
Tell me about your business.
How did you get into this business?
I trained in the voodoo arts for many years with the great Queen Tabitha.
Really? Who's she?
You have never heard of her? For shame. I can see you know little of the world of magic.
I'm beginning to get that impression, yes.
How dare you not move in the same circles as I do, even though if you did, you would have no use for my talents. How dare you? Tell me anything
at all.
I haven't always lived in Nolans. I came here from Kansas as a young woman.
And?
Tell me anything at all.
I began studying voodoo more than 20 years ago. I'm well versed in the magical arts.
Tell me anything at all.
Many non-believers come to me. They are usually believers when they leave.
Tell me anything at all.
Dr. John sends me many seekers, such as yourself.
Well, Dr. John also tried to kill me with this snake, so, you know, not great. Tell me anything at all. If you go far north, you'll have the options head south. Yeah, that's
Tell
true.
me anything at all.
If you head at the north
I am
pole,
happy
everywhere is
here
south.
with my clientele and my snake.
I can't think of anything I want to know from you at all.
I can't think of anything.
Very well.
Except for, you know, all of these topics here. Alright, Schattenjäger?
Have you ever heard the word Schattenjäger?
I don't know anything about that.
What's the name of the snake? Snakes. Let's ask. I'll find out,
Do you
eh?
know anything about snakes?
Snakes? You mean like my beloved Grimwald? She's a python, you know. Quite deadly in the wrong hands. I was trained by one of the great voodoo queens to learn how to hypnotize and handle snakes.
And yet you keep it in that tiny, tiny cage and don't empty its skin. So anyway, there we go. Grimwald, you know the name of the snake.
Tell me more about snakes.
Oh, I wouldn't want to give away my trade secrets.
Tell me about Grimwald.
About Grimwald.
What about her?
Tell me anything at all about this snake. Has it been out to the movies? Does it enjoy a good book? Has it got a particular fascination for some... I don't know. What does it prefer to eat? In fact, I want a pet snake and learn how to house and care for them. Makes me looking at that cage hurt your soul.
Tell me anything at all.
Don't worry.
You have to be
It's a fake
careful
snake.
when
It's
handling
not
a
real.
snake. They're more delicate than they look.
Only made of pixels.
I'll bet. Tell me anything at all.
Many people are afraid of snakes. Isn't that silly?
Totally. Tell me anything at all.
Snakes shed their skins from time to time. You have to be especially careful of them when they're shedding.
I'll keep it in mind. Tell me anything at all.
Grimwald is very responsive to vibration. She doesn't recognize her name, but if I stomp 3 times, she looks right at me.
What if you stomp twice? What if you stomp 4 times? What if you stomp 7 times? Did she just get bored and stop looking at you? And go, oh, you're obviously not looking at me. Or not trying to contact me specifically. I think it's perfectly normal to be afraid of danger noodles. No, ropes can be dangerous, especially the spicy noodles. Oh, so many snake jokes. Alright, tell me about Grimwald scales. Can I have one?
Would you consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
No, I couldn't do that. You might do some gree-gree of your own, no? One must be very careful with such things. Hair clippings, nail parings, and snake scales.
And yet, here I am in your parlor, in your place of business, where you must spend the majority of your time, and you have long hair. So I'm certain I could just reach onto the table, and there would be a long hair somewhere on the table that I could just take with me. Possibly even on the chair I'm sitting. It might even come with me when I leave, just because it got stuck to my bum, and I didn't even know it was there.
Are you sure you wouldn't consider giving me one of Grimwald's scales?
I told you, I couldn't do that.
I mean, I don't need to, anyway, because I know who it is, but anyway. That's when you find out it was a wig. I mean, it could be.
Where did you get Grimwald?
She belonged to a traveling reptile show. She was being terribly mistreated, so I offered to buy her. She's named after a spirit guide I had once. The spirit Grimwald was a very powerful female snake priestess in Egyptian times.
Grimwald doesn't sound Egyptian.
I only know what the spirits tell me, monsieur. I am sure they know better than we.
Alright, what about handling Grimwald? How do you do it?
How did you learn how to handle Grimwald?
I told you, a great voodoo queen taught me. She learned from Marie Laveau herself.
Uh-huh. Fascinating.
Which Marie Laveau? Can you show me?
How about showing me how you handle Grimwald?
Really? You would like to see me dance, perhaps?
That would be swell.
No matter what you see, do not be frightened.
I'll give it my best shot.
I want to see you handling your snake. Quickly. While you are doing things, I can get up and pick up snake skin. Yucky, yucky, yuck, and that will go in my pocket.
Gabriel grabs the shed snake skin while Magenta is otherwise occupied.
That's not what I'd particularly want to do. I must confess, carrying around dried old skin. You know, that wasn't the greatest dance you've ever done. Thank you, Snake. You've settled back into the exact position that you were in before.
There. Truly inspiring, isn't it?
That's certainly one word for it.
Alright, 1 second. Let me look at my snake skins.
It's the shed skin from Moonbeam Snake.
Yes, it is.
Gabriel magnifies the shed skin from Magenta Moonbeam Snake. The snake scales are hued brown. They don't match the scales from Lake Pontchartrain.
I mean, we knew that. What with us already having found the one where it is? Can I combine those two? Nope, it won't let me. Just check. What about those two? No, the Veil snake skin and the other one is not. Alright, well, I mean, we've encountered 3, count them, 3 snakes in this place. And only one of the 3 matches, so obviously that must be the snake. Hey, snake skin.
Magenta wouldn't like Gabriel having that.
I mean, Gabriel doesn't like Gabriel having that. It's a snake skin. Alright.
Could I ask you a few more questions?
Where were we?
Certainly.
Alright, tell me about Damballa.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know anything about that.
You know about Ugon Badigris?
Does Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I don't know anything about that.
Why do I get the feeling that you don't know about much? You
Give me an
voodoo-y.
example of Gree.
All right, here's an old one. Take a lodestone and some brimstone to a crossroads at midnight. Light the brimstone with a match. A spirit will come and give you advice in gambling.
Oh, well. I don't need to gamble,
Give
but
me an
anyway.
example of Gree.
Here's an old hoodoo doctor, Gree. Place a dime under your client's tongue. If the client is under a spell of any kind, the dime will turn black.
What if you live in a country where there weren't dimes? Or, you know, dimes weren't invented yet? Or, you don't have a dime? Will a quarter do?
Give me an example of Gree.
To send someone away, take a rotten egg and write that person's name on it 9 times. You can also write on it where you want to send that person to. Take it and throw it against his door at midnight.
I mean, if somebody egged my house, I wouldn't necessarily be inclined to stay either. But, you know, maybe I would fight back by throwing another egg at their house, or a rock, or something heavier.
Give me an example of Gree.
Here's a nasty one. To kill someone, get a sock or shoe that belongs to that person. Put graveyard dirt in it and bury it under their front steps.
Does that work?
I don't know. I never tried it.
Now, tell me another one.
Give me an example of Gree.
Give me
To
all of
ensure
your
the
secrets.
safety of your child, cut a lock of its hair while it is still a baby and keep it with you. The child must have all its hair before it can die.
These are interesting.
They're very old. The Gree that I prepare is much more powerful, I can assure you. But I don't give out those secrets.
More powerful than preventing somebody from dying. That's pretty powerful. Alright, hey, how you doing? Tell me about Voodoo Honfor.
Do you know anything
Actually,
about a
before I-
secret voodoo houndful?
There are many voodoo churches in
Or
Nolans,
we just
no?
chat.
Yes, but have you heard of a secret voodoo houndful?
Wherever did you hear such a ridiculous story? There is no such thing.
What about Black Voodoo?
Do you know anything about
The
black
dangerous,
voodoo?
horrible killing
It
spells.
is the oldest, darkest
No, even
heart
though you
of
just told me
voodoo.
something how to kill someone. Alright.
Do you know anything about black voodoo?
There are some things it's better not to know about, Monsieur Knight.
What about Capri Sankor? You know, I've just asked you to tell me all about the Gree, and you finished on the killing person. And then I immediately asked you about Black Voodoo. And now I'm going to ask you about the goat without horns. Am I setting off your alarm bells yet?
Do you have any idea what Kabri Sankar means?
No, I don't.
Oh, alright. What about animal masks?
Tell me about the animal masks.
I saw them used once or twice when I was younger, but you don't see them much anymore. They're too close.
Too close to what?
Just bad karma.
Alright. The earlier mention of Egypt reminds you to hear about how scientists have a good idea of what the curse of the Egyptian tombs were. I'm certain I read a news article about it at some point reasonably recently, but I cannot recall anything that you were talking. I cannot recall what you're talking about specifically now. Fucked up radiation. Ah, well, that's certainly a thing. I do not recall that. Where did it all come from?
Do you know anything about Veves?
I don't know anything about that.
I don't know anything about the basic voodoo tenets. Why would you keep asking me about that? I'm only a voodoo-ian. Apparently put in radioactive materials in burial. I seem to understand that the material causes problems, but obviously not the stuff that we know now. Really? Huh. That is something that I did not know. I did not hear that they had radioactive materials readily available in Egypt like that. Fun. Tell me about the Voodoo Murders. Were you doing them?
What do you know about the Voodoo Murders?
Why, that has nothing to do with me and my clientele. But I can tell you that you should stay as far from it as possible. There is badness there. Very bad.
That is not what I heard about the scientists, about the curse. I thought the curse was, or, you know, this is things that I had read recently. The curse was, what's the word? Psychosomatic in nature. In that people, they did it so that they would get people to believe that there was a curse on there, so that they would not rob the tombs, and that it was a thing put about by the royalty of the time in order to stop it from happening. But obviously I was wrong. Very bad, muchness. Alright, tell me more about
So
the
you
Voodoo
don't
Murders.
think the voodoo aspects of the case are fake?
Fake? Let me tell you about fake. If I get information through the grapevine and make use of it, is that fake? No. That is part of a voodooien's power. If people don't believe, there's not much I can do. But if they do believe, that is a part of my power too. But there are things, monsieur. Things not even a little bit fake, I can tell you. Believe it or not, but stay away from it.
So what you're saying is, if they don't believe you, then it wasn't your fault. And if they do believe you, then it was totally yours, and you know how to do it, so you win either way. Well, fault is the wrong word there, but, you know, you get what I'm saying. Alright, tell me more about these voodoo murders that you are supposedly committing, Anne.
What do you mean? Do you know something about the case?
I work hard on fine-tuning my spiritual antennae, Monsieur Knight. And I get a clear signal from that direction. Beware.
Indeed. Alright, Narlands. Tell me about Narlands.
What can you tell me about Narlands?
Narlands is the center of voodoo practice in the United States.
Alright, what else about Narlands?
What can you tell me about Narlands?
It is a fascinating city with many dark secrets.
What can you tell me about Narlands?
It is my favorite place in the world.
Okay, so tell me about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
My practice is mainly selling charms and potions with magic power, such as gree-gree and voodoo oils. You know, everything from unrequited love to wandering spouses to winning a lawsuit. But my spells and charms are powerful, and they work.
You can do that voodoo that you do so well. Yeah, they will do that voodoo that they do so well. You do. Do what? Etc, etc. I'm going to go through the whole thing. Well, I was just thinking about voodoo or magic in a courtroom setting. Where, just for a second. I mean, what if you used a wish spell to, you know, I wish I won this lawsuit? What, would it just manufacture evidence for you? Would the other person fall over dead? What would happen? How would you win the lawsuit? What is the worst way that could have happened to you? Would it backfire on you? I don't know. But that might be the way to do it. Might be the way to, you know, make use of a wish and not have stuff come back on you. I don't know.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Much of a voodooien's work is protecting her clients from the spells of others. I make special protective gree-gree to be worn in secret. They keep evil spells from working against my clients.
Can I be one of your clients? I could do with something stopping evil spells from working on me.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
The recipes for voodoo charms have been handed down from master to apprentice for centuries.
And?
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I have told you all it is proper for you to know, Mr. Knight.
Alright, well tell me about Marie Laveau.
Do you know anything about Marie Laveau?
Oh yes, she was the first of the great voodoo queens.
She was the first. Is that it? Is that the only... Yeah, she was first. Do you know anything else? No. Oh, she was a queen. We called her a queen, but no, that's it. I don't know anything more. I'm not going to describe her in any detail whatsoever, or, you know, share anything with you. You just... nothing. Alright, let's have a chat.
Dr. John tells me you're a voodoo practitioner of some kind?
Yes, I'm a voodooienne, a voodoo priestess.
Yes, I know about voodoo, despite the fact that I have said, no, I don't know about most of these things which are involved in voodoo. Nope.
Nice place you've got here.
Thank you. For me, it's a sort of temple.
I can see that. Do you get many people in here on an average day?
Some days, the need for my power is greater than others. But I have many regular clients who would be lost without my vision, Mr. Knight.
I can imagine.
Alright.
That's a great-looking mask on the wall.
It's from Africa. A gift to me from Queen Tabitha.
No.
Do you know Dr. John well?
Oh, yes. We are old friends. Those with gifts are often drawn together.
So let's say I came to you wanting to attract a woman. What would you advise?
I wouldn't think you have any trouble attracting women, Mr. Knight.
No, I guess I don't.
Alright, well, there we go. Thanks.
So what advice do you give your clients?
I tell them to follow the light, be aware of the darkness, and always get expert spiritual advice from someone with the sight.
That's what I thought you'd say.
Alright, last but not least, let's do the actual thing we came here to talk about. Tell me about St. John's Eve.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
St. John's Eve. It is the greatest night of the voodoo year. There is always a traditional conclave on St. John's Eve. Most of our voodoo churches these days hold functions in the church hall. But in the old days, they had ceremonies out in the wild. They wore animal masks and had a huge bonfire and dancing. I used to go when I was an apprentice. Sometimes in the swamp, you know, Bayou St. John. Sometimes at the lake, Lake Pontchartrain.
No, Lake Pontchartrain, you say. Ah, you have stumbled upon a game whose entire premise is basically a pun. I mean, that could be so many different games. Alright, can I use the lower machine now?
Gabriel figures that many...
No, please, I want to ask
It's
the lower
impolite to-
machine. Alright, thanks very much. Are we going now?
Well, I guess I'll be going now.
As you wish. Do what you will, if it harm none.
Count on it.
Alright, we need to go to the university. That's what I was looking for. That's on the other map, though. It's Chilean University. How about the itch game roguelike deck builder where you're building a house's deck and the lights don't work? That's an interesting one. There's a physical card game called Deck Builder, the deck building game, where you are building a deck. A house's deck, again, as you say that. Where you've got nails and planks of wood and everything, and you score points for having the best deck. So yeah. Oh, are you in? It's not locked this time. Haha, we can go inside. And you're still alive. Hello.
Hey, Hartridge, what's the good word?
Blah. Maybe you're not alive?
Partridge?
Ah! No, you're already dead. Alright.
Oh, God,
already
not
dead. I could have sworn we were talking to you. Apparently he is dead. Alright, fish tank.
Exotic fish lend even more color to the cluttered office.
Stone head and file cabinet. Alright, well, let's look at
It's
the
an
stone house.
enormous stone head.
Well, I want to put that in my coat.
Gabriel doesn't want to disturb Hartridge's treasures.
Yes, I do. Well, I guess I'm not Gabriel, so, you know.
It's Hartridge's file cabinet.
Alright, well, I'll come and rifle
The
through this at
filing
some point.
cabinet is locked.
Alright. Actually, a fish tank, it kind of looks like a TV with how they drew it. It does look a little bit like a TV, I suppose, but no, it is actually a fish tank, I think. Hey, it's mine now.
Gabriel doesn't want to upset the fish.
He doesn't want to upset the fish, so he puts a curtain between him and Hartridge. You know, just in case. They don't want them to know that their master's dead, or their feeder.
You want me to talk to a fish?
Yes.
You want me to talk to a fish?
You tried talking to a snake earlier, why not? What's in the trash
A
can?
wastebasket next to the desk is filled with crumpled paper. There's nothing of interest in the wastebasket.
Is there not? Are you sure? Alright, well, let's look at Hartridge to begin with, eh?
He's looked better.
Oh no, Gabriel's talking with the fishes. There's only 2 steps away from sleeping with them. I mean, for Gabriel, that might only be 1 step.
That would be up to the coroner.
Alright, hey, man!
Whatever Hartridge may have learned, he can't share it with Gabriel now. At least not vocally.
Ah, so he's not dead. He's a mime. I see. All right, okay. That is a fate worse than death. So yeah, that adds up.
Something about Hartridge's death mask reminds Gabriel of the way Crash checked out. Not a pretty ending.
I mean, anything
He's
else for
looked
us?
better.
No, I didn't want to look at the chair.
Something about
Okay, it's just the same way. All right, can we?
I'm not touching that body.
Oh, but I want to expose his chest and see if he also had a tattoo on it. All right, what's on there?
There must be something here about what Hartridge found out about that Veve.
I mean, it could just be this blank book right here, but it might not be. Let's look at Hartridge's chair then.
This is a crime scene. Gabriel wants to disturb it as little as possible.
Not my Gabriel. My Gabriel wants to disturb everything. He wants to kick that guy out of his chair and then race around the office on the chair, which has wheels on the bottom of it, for chair races.
Gabriel doesn't feel comfortable sitting around here under the circumstances.
Oh,
There must be something here about what Hartridge found out about that Veve.
touch everything without wearing gloves. Exactly. I got my fingerprints over everything.
This is a crime scene.
No, I want to disturb as much as possible. Alright, well. Notes. Desk. I get pencil. Oh, it's a pencil. I steal the pencil. And then presumably I'm rubbing over the notes. Which, you know, is the age-old thing. Hippo stickers for all, indeed.
Damn, this is his notepad. But the top sheet's been taken.
As you can tell, because, you know, look at that bit there. That is obviously a cut or a tear mark, obviously. All right, pencil, are you ready?
Hartridge's notes. This must be about the Veve.
Nope. It's just he's writing a song, and it says, "I like big butts, and I cannot lie." No? Alright, well, what do you say? Notes?
Hartridge's notes are scribbled on the notepad paper.
I didn't take it.
Thank God Hartridge was a doodler.
Authentic. Been in it? Alright, do you not want to tell me what that says? Do I need to go somewhere else in order to do it? I don't know. Alright, well, let's look at the rest of your stuff. You've got a globe.
An old globe sits atop Hartridge's file
the crime scene
cabinet.
as little as possible. Proceeds to steal the notebook after scratching all over it. Exactly.
Gabriel fights the urge to give the globe a spin.
No.
A round pottery vessel hangs from the ceiling.
Mine now.
Gabriel doesn't want to disturb Hartridge's treasures.
Yes, I do. Visitor's chair. Let's go and sit in the visitor's chair, eh?
The visitor's chair looks unsteady and a little low to the ground. Gabriel doesn't feel comfortable sitting around here under the circumstances.
Not in either chair. Oh, well, that is a shame. I mean, I guess, alright, I was trying to work out why Hartridge wasn't on this side of the desk, you know, so that he's always got a commanding presence when they come in. No, he's got his back to the door, and that's because that's the way that we have come in. So that I mean, it wouldn't be great to be able to just see the back of Hartridge's head, eh? Because of computer games, etc. Visitors chair. There's 2 visitors chairs? That doesn't seem right. There's an African mask over here, and a creepy statue.
That mask is quite hideous.
Cool, I want it.
Gabriel doesn't want to disturb Hartridge's treasures.
Oh, creepy statue.
The squatter grins maliciously at Gabriel. Gabriel doesn't want to disturb Hartridge's treasures.
I mean, I'm not sure they are his treasures. Head bust.
The carved stone head looks African and is very old.
I wonder if that's what happened to Hartridge. Did his head bust?
Gabriel doesn't want to disturb...
Yes, he does. And then... up shelves. That's the thing. Can't quite see them, but there are books underneath
The
there.
shelves behind Hartridge's desk are full of old books.
Can I have them all? Oh, that's the head bust again.
Gabriel's seen enough old books to last a lifetime.
Obviously not. That's everything.
A wastebasket.
Trash can? No, we looked in the trash can already.
There's nothing of interest in the wastebasket.
No, I'm assuming you're meant to look at the desk, see the notepad, and then go, aha, we'll check the wastebasket. And then go, oh, that didn't work. What do I do here? I don't understand. I've never encountered the pencil dilemma before. The pencil and piece of paper thing. What if we combine those two? No? That is a shame. What if we combine... No, we can't look at them both at the same time. Oh well. Alright, let's go and tell Mosley that we have found another body. Hey everybody, we have found a body.
Before leaving the university, Gabriel notifies campus security about Hartridge's body.
Well, I was going to go and tell that Mosley. Alright. Seen enough old books. Must be in the wrong business then. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, police station. Oh.
3 nearly identical little girls are playing jump rope outside the station. There's something a little off about them. Gabriel's double Dutch skills leave something to be desired.
He's not good at rhythmic. You cannot get me to believe that he is not good at rhythmically moving his lower torso repeatedly. Well, maybe you could. Maybe he's just good at picking up people and not good at...
Of all the things I could go to jail for, that is not going to be one of them.
That is not what I wanted. That is not what I meant. And to even make a joke like that.
Hey there, girls.
The little girls stare at Gabriel, but say nothing to him.
Alright, well, there we go. Now, can you tell me exciting router codes if I decipher what's going on here, drummer? No?
Hey.
The drummer looks at Gabriel but says nothing in return.
But I wanted to, you know, do stuff with the book. Hey, somebody else I know died. Hey, you're back again. Good for you.
Mostly, my man.
It's you. God help me.
I found a snake that matches the thing at the crime scene. It's Dr. John.
I have these 2 snake scales. One's from the crime scene at Lake Pontchartrain. The other's from a snake in the Voodoo Museum on Ursulines and Charters.
Is this common? Do they all look alike?
Not at all. They're both constrictor scales and the coloring is the same. A python's coloring is quite individualistic.
A python?
That's right. Hardly an indigenous snake to Louisiana. Somehow, some way, the Voodoo Museum's python was at the scene of the Lake Pontchartrain murder.
Well, I'd call that a lead, all right.
Maybe
it
just went
definitely
out for a
suggests
walk.
certain lines of inquiry at the museum. Not bad work, Knight.
Well, I still think I need to...
Whether or not the museum's involved with a legitimate voodoo cult, though, is another matter. These guys may just be faking it, too.
I was going to say, we still need to do the...
Can I ask you about some stuff?
Actually going on.
You're the writer. Ask away.
Ooh. Do you know Schattenjäger?
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
No. Is that anything like a Chuck Yeager?
I
that
don't
doesn't
think
prove
there's
anything.
any relation.
That doesn't prove anything.
Have you ever heard of a Schattenjäger?
Not since the last time you asked.
Oh, why not? I asked you 10 seconds ago. How come you haven't found out anything by now? I mean, nowadays, if you ask me, have I heard about it? I can say no, but then I can immediately Google it.
There's been another murder.
In the right place.
A professor at Tulane.
Oh, Christ. You're not gonna start this again.
Just listen. This guy's name is Hartridge. He was a professor in African Studies at Tulane. Well, yesterday I went to see him about the Voodoo Murders case. He agreed to do some research for me. He calls me up this morning, tells me he's on to something big, and when I get over there, the guy's dead.
You know, you're really getting your ass in a sling over this thing, Knight.
It's not about me. Look, Hartridge's death looked just like Crash's. I'm telling you, they were both murdered, and by the same people who did the Voodoo Murders.
Did either Crash or this new guy have their hearts ripped out?
No.
Then there's nothing to link either to the Voodoo Murders M.O. Besides that, the case is closed, Knight. If the coroner's report asks for a homicide investigation on either of these guys, fine. But it's not going to be related to the Voodoo Murders case unless we find damn good reason to do so.
But I'm the link to the Voodoo Murders case. Don't you see?
What if I tell you
Look,
I committed all the
if I were you, I wouldn't repeat that to anyone. Because if I weren't an old friend of yours, I might take you seriously and lock you up. As it is, maybe you should start keeping your mouth shut and not involve other people with this shit if you think it's so dangerous.
I mean, maybe. Reopen the case.
How
what
can
do we
I
need?
convince you to reopen the case?
We just need to convince
I
it.
already told you. You still need to prove that there's a legitimate voodoo cult in Narland.
I mean, that doesn't sound stilted or forced or, you know, moving from one bit to the next, does it? Alright, okay. Well, I'll be back, and when I'm back, you will... fear it? No, you will suffer.
Well, I'll be seeing you.
Have a good one.
You will regret it, I guess, when I'm back. Alright, time to leave. There's something you can do right now, if you remember the walkthrough. What, right there? In the thing? Oh, I had the Hartridge's notes. Damn it. I thought about Hartridge's notes, and then I completely forgot about Hartridge's notes. Look, just teleport me over there.
Hey, hey.
Knight, come on
in.
in.
Hey. Okay, cool. You're helping. Indeed, you are helping. Hey, Hartridge's notes.
I have this.
It's
Take
the
a
notes
look
he
at
was
these
working
notes. They're from Professor Hartridge at Tulane University.
Yeah? What about them?
They confirm that the pattern for the murders is of African origin.
Really? That's incredible, isn't it? Something like that showing up here.
It's been here for quite some time, so it seems.
I'm impressed. Okay, you convinced me. The murders were done by a legitimate voodoo cult.
Woo! We opened the case. Alright
okay,
then.
I'll reopen the case. I hate to admit it, but you've done some pretty good detective work here, Knight.
Well, you know what they say. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Well, point taken. Glad I could inspire you. I'll check around the department, but I have a feeling I'm on my own. I'll be in touch. Meanwhile, you stay out of trouble. I mean it.
I'll try. Thanks, bud.
And we're outside.
Now lay low and let me handle this.
Yeah, fine.
And there he goes, off to get himself killed. Although, unfortunately, we know he's in... or I know he's in later games. So, you know, he's not dead. Or rather... Or rather, he might come back as a zombie. But I don't think so. Alright, we're outside again. Brum brum brum. Alright, let's go to Jackson's Grove. Somehow, death fights Gabriel. I mean, yes. Alright. What I really want to do is, I want to sit down up here on a bench and just listen to you doing your stuff.
Benches provide a quiet spot for resting in the park.
No, what if I try and use the rider book on that? No. I really just want to sit there and observe you for hours. The band only knows one song. Or we only come here at the point at which they're only doing that one song. They might know lots of songs. Said. Not remembering. I mean, I could go and call. Have you got anything to tell me? Hey Butler, I know you kicked me out last night. Or yesterday. Did you notice that I came back last night? No?
Miss Geddy is busy, officer, and has instructed me to wish you good luck. That is all.
If you just tell her...
Goodbye, sir.
Well, I mean, I had to try, right? I had to try. Exit to map. Exit to map. You got anything to tell me, Grandma? Okay, can I ask you about everything that has been going on about Hans Ritter? Oh, sorry, Heinz Ritter.
Hi, Gran.
I've got, the book and talk of the secret societies and the things that people did back in their past.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
No, never mind, apparently.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
All right, dear.
Hey, Gran, I just came over to say never mind. Do you want some snakeskin? No? Wolfgang's letter. Hello. Do you want to see
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Is that from your uncle in Germany? I hope you like him, Gabriel. Perhaps one day I'll get to meet him.
And what about Gunther's journal? Going through the walkthrough, there's a tedious puzzle to do.
Does this mean anything to you, Gran?
Is that from your uncle in Germany?
Yes. There's a tedious puzzle to do, you say? I mean... no comment on the rest of the puzzles in the game, eh?
Well, Gran, I'd better get going.
Take it easy on those women out there, will you, Gabe?
Women? You're my only girl, Gran.
Alright, well. We've done Hartley. Well, let's have a look at my journal and see if I know anything more about what's going on here. Archie's called and said he did something with Maybe for the murders. Okay, we knew about that. The runner, okay, figure out what all those drummers out there are saying. So, do I need to go everywhere and listen to all the drummers? Except the journal of my ancestors. Investigating in Charleston. Yes, he was a witch hunter. It sounds like the case had a lot to do with voodoo. Hell of a coincidence. And something here gives me the chills. Got assaulted by Dr. John Snake. It could have killed me. Did he do it on purpose? A match. The snake is there. Gentle's willing to show her a snake dance. She has some nice moves. Maybe I should send Grace over so you can learn to loosen up. You are a class act, are you not, Gabriel? Magenta might be very different if she cooks. She's out there. She says she learned under the Voodoo Queen Tamitha. She was younger. They attended ceremonies in place. Bayou in the lake on St. John's Eve. Okay. So we go out to the lake. She knew about Grigri. Sounded like tricks of it. Python, very protective of named Grimwald. They look like it doesn't. Yeah, we know about that. Price Hartridge is dead. Putting other people in danger. Do. Found some Hartridge's notes. If Hartridge was targeted, look Mosley to open it. But that's it. Okay, thank you for all those things. Voodoo Murders is closed. How can I prove the real voodoo cult exists? Okay, we know all of those things. I mean, I could go to the St. Louis Cemetery. Let's see if there's any. Let's see if there's any drummers appeared here. I mean, I don't expect so. I cannot recall any. Hey, you're back. Do you have anything new to talk to me about? Do you know about Schottenjäger? Do you happen to know German?
I'm sorry to bother you.
You got something to
Might
say,
not be able
son?
to drum until tomorrow. Hey, all of these things. Tell me about voodoo.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I don't really care to talk about it. I don't do it none myself.
Okay, what about the Voodoo
What
Murders?
do you know
do
about
them?
the Voodoo Murders?
I told you all I know about that.
Don't really know, son. I don't want to talk about it. I don't really do it myself.
What can you tell me about Nolans?
There lots of things to see here, but none as beautiful as St. Louis Cemetery #1.
What can you tell me
You
about
have a skewed
Nolans?
view of things, sir, I'm
If
afraid.
you want to know more, you should ask someone else.
Do you know anything about snakes?
I told you all I know about that.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
I told you all I know about that.
What else can you tell me about Marie Laveau?
Her tomb's on all our tours. Even the Baptists come round here to gawk. Of course, you may not know this, but some of the real serious voodoo types argue that she ain't in this one at all. Down in the unmarked tomb in #3. It's all the same to me, I say. Saved me a lot of cleanup work if she weren't here, if you ask me.
Oh, well.
Do you know anything about a secret voodoo hound fall?
I don't know nothing about that.
Please, tell me your secrets.
Have you ever heard of Damballa?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about Ogun
Does the
Badagris?
name Ogun Badagri mean anything to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What about Schottenjäger?
Have you ever heard of a Schottenjäger?
Nope, can't say that I have.
That's St. Louis
Tell me
Cemetery
something
#1?
about St. Louis Cemetery #1.
Just look around. You'll get the feel of the place.
Alright, well, thanks very much. I didn't care to talk to you at all. I mean,
Hello, beautiful. It's me.
if
The
I was to
excitement
describe
of seeing you is killing me.
a puzzle as tedious, then I don't know tedious, but random and rubbish would be me continually looking at the German dictionary until it said, "Hey, there's
Gabriel
Schottenjäger."
leaves.
Besessen
Yeah, we've done that.
Gabriel leaves.
Mittag.
Means might have already done it for all I know.
Gabriel leaves
I
through
mean,
a
yes.
German-English dictionary.
Mittag means midday, noon.
Yeah, I know that.
Gabriel leaves.
Reise means a journey. I wonder if I'll ever use this stuff.
Gabriel leaves.
Besessen.
Gabriel leaves.
Spiel.
It means game. Yeah,
Gabriel
I know that one myself.
Mittag means.
All right, I mean, which one is it? Clock letter. Clock letter. Just lyric art, wrong article. Ah! Let's see. Somebody who knows actual German words. Wow. No, we can't do anything with those ones.
Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Reise means a journey.
To the-
I wonder if I'll ever use this stuff.
No, never. Not Faust. No. Hey Grace, you got anything for me?
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
You got any messages?
Do you have messages for me?
I've given everything to you.
As you always say. Oh, I hate that I'm going to do this immediately, but I think I'm going to actually end for the day here, because I am still feeling a little tired after I did the stream from my 10 until 2 in the morning, and then got some sleep, and then got up and started doing this one again. And yeah, we're almost at 3 hours, and I don't think I am in the right frame of mind to continue trying to solve puzzles, even if they are a tedious one. So yeah, I think we're going to get a save here. I mean, we're only on day 5 now. St. George's Books, day 5. But before we end for the day, before we enter the day, we're going to go back to the main menu and look at the graphic novel. 3 hours of solid, yeah. But it's just the sleep as well that I got. Well, there we are, and we can scroll up and down to see it. Suggested for mature audiences. I wish, it fit on one page, but okay. Sins of the Fathers. Written by Jan Jensen, who did the game itself. So there we go. In the woods outside Charleston, South Carolina. What says you, Major Crodwell? The village elders gather at the site of a brutal ritualistic murder. All eyes turn to a short squire man. I say, devils from hell are among us. Not again. This is the 6th. 'Tis worse than the trouble they had up north. Mother of God, protect us. The grim vigil is broken by the sound of the horseman's gallop approaching. An oddly dressed stranger dismounts. Thou art the witch hunter? Ja, Herr Ritter, as thou requested. And paid well for. I am Mayor Crodwell. These good brothers are from the Charleston Council. I trust thy journey over the sea was uneventful? I was well protected, he says, showing off his talisman. So, shall we? So shall we be, now that thou art with us. Witch Hunter rejects further formalities, turning instead to the gory screen spread out before him. Tis the work of witches, if not the devil himself. Must make that determination, Herr Crodwell. Well? And the witch hunter finally answers. His voice is grim. Ja, it is witchcraft, he said, doing weird accents all over the place. There can be no doubt. The witch hunter will find the guilty one. Thank Jehovah. The sound of a delicate footfall quiets the angry men. Into their midst comes one who shines like copper in the bright moonlit night. Eliza, why art thou out here? A letter for the witch hunter, master. Give it to me, child. As the eyes meet, something passes between the witch hunter and the slave. Something like recognition? Dear father, I received thy missive. I know thou art angry, but my journey here was not in vain. The colonists here have stumbled upon a true evil. Magic dark and old. It is unlike anything I have seen on the continents. Please write me more about thy work in Saint Dominique. There is a pattern around the... bodies. It recalls thy stories of those killings. I shall begin to question the local slaves. Do not fear, the talisman will protect me. I only do my best to fill thy shoes as Schattenjäger, beloved father. As thou hast told me, I must prepare to sacrifice. I mean, I know that says all, but I can also read that as arse. We prepare to sacrifice arse. Your son, Gunther. The end of a scorching summer day spent investigating, Gunther Ritter finds himself at the slave quarters of Mayor Crodwell. Sight of a familiar figure is a welcome relief. Mistress Eliza, might I trouble thee? It's very hot in thy colony. Wouldst thou have some water? It's not my colony. Come inside before you fall down. So you are the famous witch hunter. That is why I am here. Why do you do that? Hunt witches. There are things that should not be. Ha! Yes, witch hunter. There are many things which should not be. Tell me about thyself, Eliza. One stares at her questioner, unable to fathom his interest. When his face remains sincere, she finds herself speaking. The bitterness in her voice surprises her. What is there to tell? My real name is Tetello. My people were strong and beautiful. My father led them to prosperity until you survived the slavers. I was taken to the West Indies. Later, when my first master died, I was bought by Crodwell. He brought me here. Is he good to thee? Good? Are you mad, witch hunter? And all burst open, breaking the moment. Eliza, my pretty one! Yeah, Ritter, did not expect to find thee still about. It is long past sunset. Gunter finds himself strangely embarrassed. I was just leaving. Good night, Mayor. Well, I think we all know what's going on there. But hey, next day, Gunter follows a lead to the Crow's Nest, Seaman's Tavern. So the victims have all been seamen. That's what I said. That's what I said. Men around here are getting awful jumpy. Last man what went down's a captain. From the Merchant's Pride? Nay, he'd be a slave hunt. But gave it up. Gave it up, you know. Too much blood in it for him. Some are squeamish about such things. As he heads through town, Gunter sees a distant flash of skirt and hurries to catch up. What's this? Tetello, good day. Might I aid thee with these packages? Don't call me that. Eliza is my name. Do you want us to get both in trouble? To get us both in trouble? I'm a slave. I am sorry, Eliza. There are no slaves where I come from. I'm not familiar with the proper procedure? Forgive me. We are not in your homeland, nor mine. If you own me, I would have to accept your attentions, since you do not leave me alone. At night, Gunter cannot sleep. He struggles with an oppressive restlessness. Anxiety he cannot name. A light tapping at his door takes a moment to register. Was? Tetello. Yes. I want you to tell me about it. About what? Your homeland. Yeah, certainly. Please take a seat. Gunter finds himself telling the beautiful slave about his father, about their family role of Schattenjäger, Shadow Hunter. I mean, now we know it here, but does that mean that we will know it in the game? Oh no. Destroyers of Evil. The talisman that goes with the title. Yes, I can feel the totem's power. And yours. I'm tormented by thoughts of thee, Tetello. I want such things. White man would not understand. It is called Zingziska, the Unbidden. When a man and a woman are brought together by the universe, they have no choice. There is always a reason. A child must be born. Village saved. To fight it is a living death. Yes, I can see that. You would not have come to me. I did not want to be like the others. Good. It is better that I choose for myself. You understand? Yes. Why aren't you saying yeah? Later. This will be very challenging. I hope the universe knows what it is doing. So, my love, do I. Several weeks later, at the office of Mayor Crodwell. Witch hunter! Has been in Charleston for 6 weeks. Want this witch caught. There's progress. The patterns, the rituals. My father has encountered it before. The magic is African. African? African? Without saying our slaves are responsible? I shall kill every... Whoa, ho, ho, ho. Not saying that word. Unfortunately, it's on screen. I shall kill every one of them in the state, by God, insolent bastards. Be calm. A massacre is not the answer. I'm sure there are no more than 5 or 6 involved. These covens work in secret. Thou art sure this is not simply an excuse for spending so much time in my slaves' quarters? No, give me one more night. I have to set a trap. By tomorrow thou wilt have thy witch. It had better be so. The example we make of this coven shall never be forgotten. And thou, Herr Ritter, can go home. That same night. Oh, she She is a oh, the she is a terrible mistress. Where are my men? Where are my men? Where are crack? Oh no, something is getting them. He fights the darkness to the throbbing of drums, which had thought of the perfect trap. And into it had fallen the one person he had least expected. Himself. Consciousness returns. He finds it stranger than any dream. Dambalo de Ocovalo Mois. Orgon Badagris. Vingido Nos. Dambala, great servant god, come and aid your people. O god of Greece, vengeance is taken, power recalled, blood for blood, as your thirsty jaws demand. As the dagger plunges towards him, Gunter calls on his master. Mein Gott! The talisman crackles with energy. And suddenly the witch sees the man beneath her. The lovers stare at each other in horror. Gunter? No, it cannot be thee! Before the two can recover, Gunter's men make their belated attack. God take thee, witches! Men of the coven fight bravely, but surprise and numbers take their toll. A trap! They will kill thee! Go now! Run, Tetello! In a horrified daze, Gunter watches his men capture the coven. Then, without a word, he slips away to confront the witch herself. No. Because there is no sound, it decided, hey, time to turn off your microphone mid-thing. Even though, you are using the microphone, there is no sound, so we will turn you off. So, in a horrified daze, Gunter watches his men capture the coven. Then, without word, he slips away to confront the witch herself. I know you do not understand. I beg thee, hear me speak. I am waiting. My father was not just a chief. He was a black Bokor, shaman to the dark gods that gave our tribe power. There came a terrible drought. Nothing my father could do did appease the gods. After many died, Ogun Badagris finally answered. He named the price of rain. Me. My father thought he could trick Ogun Badagri, transferred my soul temporarily into the body of another girl. Then he killed her. But Ogun Badagri was not fooled. Angry at my father's betrayal, Ogun sent the white men. People fought hard and were slaughtered. Everyone still living was taken. Many more died on the voyage. But why kill these men now? What good can it do? Ogun is willing to forgive, but to regain power our captors must die, our humiliation revenged. I cannot let thee continue. I cannot forget. Of course you cannot. I have been living for the past. But since you came, I have seen other paths for me. Together, you and I. Ha! Thou knewest it was thee I sought all this time, and thou let me love thee. Let you? I had no choice. How do you think I felt? In love with my own hunter. This was destined. You and I must make a new way, together. No, I do not know. I must go think. Gunter, do not betray me. Macrodwell, all captured but the leader, a female. Witch hunter must still be on our trail. God has delivered this murderous coven of Satan unto us, so he will, the witch. Yes, but who brought this witch among us? Thou, slaver! Speakest her name. Thou speakest not, and yet thy face is familiar. Looking into the coven murderer's bloody, copper-covered face, and a horrible realization comes to Crodwell. I know where to find her, and the witch hunter. Follow me. Meanwhile, alone in a cabin, Tetello repairs a ritual circle. The tribe's Veve enters the spirit world. Father, I call to you. Come speak with your daughter. Father, I have come to ask you. Please release me from my duty to the tribe. You would betray your own people? You did. For love? Their life's only purpose is to pay for that mistake, not repeat it. Perhaps it is better to let the tribe go. This is a new land. There will be a new people here. There's a way outside the dark gods. This white man will give you nothing unless you use the power. You must destroy this man that tempts you. His kind will only despise you in the end. No, I do not believe you. Daughter, I command you. Quick motion, the Veve is smeared. The contact is broken. No! Oh, Papa. In a clearing nearby, Gunter wrestles with demons of his own. God, give me an answer. The answer is not one he expects. His revulsion of fear are instant. His dagger in the air before he's conscious of the decision to throw it. Or sees clearly its destination. Thud. No! Cured peace. Brother Ritter, finally I find thee! There, found the witch. She was taken to the town square. He found who? Crodwell's slave woman, Eliza. She must have thought the devil would protect her, for he was still in her cabin. Never even tried to escape. Wait, I came to warn thee, Brother Ritter. And reaches the town square, where the soft glow of the firelight fills him with terror. Crodwell, stop! What is it, witch hunter? Or should I say witch lover? What dost thou imply? I asked thee for a fair trial, but that is all. This is murder. Oh, what is it called when town money is spent on the witch hunter? He protects the witch, lays with her in utter blasphemy. Perhaps the good townfolk would be interested in hearing this story. The crowd quiets and turns towards the two men, sensing a confrontation. But this... Well, are you still under the power of her seductive ways? No, I merely wish to question the witch. If thou wishest to burn her secrets with her, then do so, and quickly. Gunter! Witch hunter pushes his way with pretend coldness to the edge of the angry crowd. Can't make himself go farther. Gunter! He watches, transfixed, as the flames grow higher. And Tetello, abandoned once more, begs her old gods for vengeance. Damballa, Ogun. Damballa, Ogun Badagris, hear your wicked daughter. Call upon you to revenge your people. Destroy this town and all within it. Damballa, great serpent, strike! But the only reply is the taunts of a hate-filled mob. Speak, witch, speak. Ha 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 ha! Thy devils cannot save thee. Burn, devil's whore. Eee! Agony and humiliation twist in Winter's mind. She, the martyr, the crowd, the howling demons, cannot go on. No! Tetello, I empower thee! God forgive me. The power of the talisman and the power of Tetello's dark gods conjoin in a terrible synergy. The heavens boil over and bleed electricity. How's their destruction with deadly accuracy. Oh, look at all those lightning bolts striking people. Like the saints and sinners in the square below. Now, my brothers. Tetello's handful, freed from their bonds, attack. They're joined by Charleston's other slaves, the old gods fanning a spark they had forgotten was there. Damballa! Hate they swallowed for too long. Mercy has been left in the fields of Africa, and the holds of the stinking slave ships. And it is Charleston that will pay this night. Gunter sits in the eye of the storm. While some part of his brain hears the sound of the massacre, his eyes refuse to acknowledge it. He stares at the talisman in his hand as though focusing on a light, until even the light is polluted. And he can no longer deny. Look at me. He will not, he cannot. Look at me. I saved thee. Your guilt saved me this, but you betrayed me. You betrayed me? I could have loved you. I would have left everything. What have I done? You have made me my father's daughter. Goodbye, witch hunter. Sierra, 1993. There we go. That is the end. You know what? Let's return to the game and then save it again. You know, just overwrite that one. Just in case, reading it, and it doesn't at all. Because, I mean, how would they have even tracked that in the previous edition of the game, where, you know, there was no, it was a PDF, or, sorry, a physical thing that came with it. But hey, never read that comic, that's pretty cool. Well, there we go. I'm pretty certain it came with the original. There was always a lot of feelies. That's what they called them, yeah, feelies, where it was just extras that came with it that helped it out. I mean, I've still got a couple lying around somewhere. Diablo, the original Diablo, came with a book, or like an instruction manual kind of book, where it was all of the lore of the world and everything up to that point, and talked about Diablo and what happened in Tristan beforehand and all of that, and that was fun. And Broken Sword came with a book about the Knights Templar and going into their backstory and history. That was a fun read. And yeah, there were lots of small little extras like that you got physical copies of when, when games were physical. So those were fun and exciting. Now you have to rely on PDFs and other tiny pieces like that. But hey, that is the end of today's stream, he said, trying desperately to think of another way to do this thing, but he couldn't. No, so there. We're going to end today after that a dramatic reading that, was not very dramatic, and I didn't do very many voices. And maybe I should have done more. Maybe I should practice more on my voices and do weird stuff here. Maybe not. But anyway, all I have to say now is thank you for being here. Whether you were here live and in person, or later on the VOD, the fact that you spent any amount of time here with me means that I appreciate you. You're amazing. Never let anybody tell you any different. We will be back tomorrow, and tomorrow will be Horizon Forbidden West. Hopefully we'll be up Eric, the guy who we're facing off against there, where we paused it when I couldn't beat it. Because, I don't play Horizon Forbidden West for human-on-human action. I play it for human-on-metal giant machine dinosaur animal action. But, if I have to take out the human in order to complete the game, then that is what I will do. But that is for tomorrow. And until tomorrow, I am Richard, and this whole thing around us, why, that's LMTDTMFFR, or say it with me now, limited time offer, no vowels. You have fun, and stay weird.